Finding those levels, too. Look at that four-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with straight left hand.
Oh, there's a knockdown score with the left hand.
Right now, we're gonna give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Jusdueboxing.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes. Got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it. This channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. "4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. We back again. Feel like we was just here. We gonna build on this boxing for a little bit, how we always do, and give it its just due, man. You know me. I just like shooting down these little narratives that you see. I told y'all every time we talk about this fight, it's another reason to talk about this fight. It's either another conversation, it's another false narrative. It's always something, but we're going to talk about it, man. We're going to talk about it. I seen a little interview. I got some clips from an interview from Gary Russell. And, you know, he threw a couple names out there that he want to fight, man. And I think one of the fights is possible. One of the two. I doubt if he get both, but I think he can get one. Maybe, if he lucky. Man, what's good, though, man? Hit the like button for me. Double tap the screen. Subscribe to the channel. We gonna build. We gonna get to it, y'all. Shower, peace to the queen. How you feeling today? Blessings. 704 Joe, my dog. Kyle Cooler, blessings, family. How you feeling, bro? Our busy is in the building. Peace to the queen. Lisa, how you feeling? BJ in the building. Was good? Infinite Warfare. Reef, Robert in the building. Jordan, was good, homie? So I was in the sports show, YouTube chat earlier. They were talking about the fight. And their takes let me know you have a unique platform. Just keep going. I tried to. Hey, Reef, they gonna catch on sooner or later, bro. You get me? That's why we be over here grinding. You know what? I looked at my last week. Last week, y'all, we streamed over 30 hours, man. 30 hours, yo. We streamed over 30 hours, man. I don't know what was up, but we just gonna keep building. As much as I can come up here and talk boxing with y'all, as long as y'all support and I'm here and we gonna talk about it, we just gonna keep on building like we always do. But yeah, I told you, man, I hear a lot of wild ass takes on these different platforms. I'll be playing the cut. I won't be typing no more. I just listen. The times that I do, and I hear some wild stuff. Today though, I was hearing shout out to 33 times 3D. He said, for real, appreciate you stopping through. Make sure you hit that like button for me. Sub to the channel if you haven't. Shout out to you, man. One of the hosts talking about walk around weight like Bud was fighting David Benavidez. Yo, they don't get it, man. They don't know what they don't. The truth of the matter is, Reef. That's why I said I've been having fun talking about this fight. I've been trying not to be repetitive with any one particular conversation, but you know, it's inevitable when you're talking about the same thing, but it's always a different angle. Like I said today, you know, I was scrolling. I'm always on Twitter just looking, and I seen somebody post, you know, and y'all probably know the platform. There's nothing personal with these people, but why post shit like this? Like Twitter is really toxic for boxing. I had to say, if I had to pick X or IG, I think IG is more of an asset to the sport than Twitter. I think Twitter is too dumbed down with like ignorant people. I've never seen anything like it. It's at an all-time high. Ignorance is at an all-time high. Stupidity, disrespect. It's not about, and y'all know me, man. I have a tough time because it's like, why we can't just build the sport? Why we be tearing it down like this? I'll be mind blown, bro. Like it's a regular occurrence out here. Shout out to Latifah, the Queen Latifah, by the way. Thrill Hill was good, homie. How you feeling, bro? He said put RICO charges on all these niggas. Shout out to Cal. I'm putting cases on all y'all. You get me? But yeah, so yeah, I didn't realize it was that toxic. I didn't realize it was that bad, but like I said, y'all, for the people that tune into this show, y'all came and y'all, listen, I don't claim to be the best. I'm not going to sit here and talk about how I'm better than everybody else. And that's why you need to subscribe. But I'm different than everybody else. And that's why you need to subscribe. That's why you should support. Much different, bro. I don't think you could find a duplicate Jusdueboxing in this space. You might could find some shit that's close. And I mean this most humbly, like, you know, and I don't even like the word humble, but I'm going to just use it just to let you know that I ain't one of them, but you ain't going to find another person that, you know, I ain't going to say another person, but you genuinely don't find people that enjoy what they're talking about without trying to trick you into clicking the video. Like, I don't got no clickbait. I don't do it. I don't got little fancy drawn up titles. I just got what the people put out there and we break it down. You get me? But like I said, I think when it comes to this fight, back onto this fight, I think the closer it get, the more people realize, you know, the more people realize Bud Crawford is a bit of a trick bag, man. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what to expect from this damn dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? Why the hell is he fighting Canelo? Do we really feel like he could win, or do we just want to get paid on the way out the door? And I think that shit got people racking their brains. And it's fun talking about it for the people that really just like talking some boxing, bro. It's getting closer and closer. So I told y'all, as we get closer, you see the different narratives, bro. And look, I don't give a damn where it's at. I'll talk about anything. You post it, I'm talking about it. If it's false and it's a narrative and I see it's being shared, viewed, and people start talking about it, I'm going to give it its just due. Knock it off with the Terence Crawford shoulder injury shit. I ain't never heard Terence Crawford hurting his shoulder, injuring his shoulder. I've been following the career. Maybe I missed something. Somebody else in the chat help me out if I missed something. Do y'all recall Bud Crawford being hurt? I don't recall it. I don't recall. He talking about a source close to 8 to 10. Man, get your ass. Stop, bro. Can we just get a good fight? What's wrong with y'all? What is really wrong with y'all? Yo, that's how I know. I'll be like, these people don't like boxing, man. You just wake up and just lie. Yo, y'all, you know what kind of person you got to be to just wake up. Listen to me, y'all. You know what kind of individual you got to be to just wake up and lie for no good reason at all. Like, you just wake up like, yeah. Like people like Bud Crawford team just gonna be out here dropping dimes basically, like to the regular, to the layman on Twitter. Yeah, right. Shout out to Cal. Rico coming right up, man. Twitter used to be my favorite social app, even though boxing Twitter community is wild. Yeah, but I'm bookmarking this week. I feel you. Definitely the best. Appreciate you, Latifah. That's love. I really appreciate it. I can only get on that app like every 4 or 5 days. I feel you got to protect your mental health. Shower. Opulent LBTV. What's up, Brody? How you feeling, man? Dante, what's good, family? Band up. What it do? We getting closer, bro. Yeah, it used to be entertaining, but it got to the point where it's like, hold on, you got personal with it with a fighter you never met. So hold on, you mad at this dude? You ain't never met him. He ain't never. So hold on, he ain't do nothing to you. He ain't flirt with your woman. He ain't say something about your kids. You mean to tell me you mad at this grown man for living his life? Just do it never. The day I wake up and get on this app and be mad at people that's just living their life. Man, I'm deleting the channel, bro. I ain't making another video. I'm off the YouTube space, man. You hear me? I enjoy this shit. I love it. Yeah, I know I'm gonna be a broken record when I talk about it because it's just fun, right? I found something that, like, in terms of a sport that you can't play that's very entertaining. Yeah, it come with a lot of bull. It come with a lot of BS, but you accept that because it's one of the most imperfect but best sports out there to me. It's nothing like the fight energy. Anybody in here that been to the fights live could tell you when you go to them fights and it's somebody you want to see, you genuinely just sit back as a spectator, get your popcorn ready, go get your drink, whatever it is you like to do, and you sit there and enjoy you a good fight. No narratives, just good boxing. And you get to take home that experience with you, bro, and enjoy it, man. That's what people need to get back to. You know what I mean? Yeah, they do. People got to get back to enjoying the boxing. He says sources. We talk about sources. Hey, don't start, Cal, because I don't know if you've seen what I've seen, man. Look, people been getting cooked over not having sources, Cal. I done seen somebody jump themselves in a body bag and practically zip it up themselves for not having their sources right, Cal. I done seen it, Brody. All things, my guy. How you feeling? Opulent is just that. I just wanted. He's an honest a-hole, y'all. I mean that in a good way. He don't care, bro. Gonna laugh while people emotional. Opulent gonna be on the sideline laughing, letting you know it ain't that serious, bro. Just sit back and enjoy this shit. Hey, man, do me a solid. If you rocking with this content, double tap on the screen, hit that like button, sub to the channel, support the grind. We gonna get to it. We gonna have some fun. We're going to shoot down some narratives. We're going to talk some boxing. And then we're going to get out the way and let the people finish line. OG, what it do? Napoleon in the building. I'm going to be sitting back laughing. Don't even care. Unbothered. Nice weather where he at. Just chilling. Like, yeah, why these dudes mad, man? Dudes be sitting up here pissed off at the sport for no reason, man. Quote Kendrick, I hate the way you walk. The way you Yo, they be hot. Like yeah, he breaking. Bud Crawford is injured his shoulder and, it's flaring up. He said, yo, Terence Crawford's shoulder that he had surgery on has been flaring up and apparently has been a lingering issue for the past 8 to 10 weeks and is being monitored closely. Like, why would you put that on that man? Like, and they'd be like, nah, but I love boxing. Yeah, right. And then they wake up and lie. You know what kind of individual you got to be to lie without being asked, no pressure on you? Like when you just volunteering lies to the space is nasty, nasty work, bro. It's nasty, nasty work, bro. But it's like, I guess it's a rare breed, man, for people to still have integrity about this shit, man. If it's not steroids, it's injuries. If it's not injuries, it's snack. If it ain't snack, it's undetectable steroids. Like they just won't stop. People just need to make up their mind. Is he too light in the ass or what? But we're gonna talk about all that because I got a video from Andre Ward and Chris Mannix, and he was talking about what he feels like is gonna take place in this fight and how it's gonna look. You get what I'm saying? But I'm just here, y'all, to deliver the honest news. And I don't know if y'all seen this. I'm just making y'all aware just in case you go somewhere and you see this, just don't say I ain't tell you, bro. Don't say I didn't tell you. You hear me? Cut creators. Say it ain't so. It's so, bro. They won't stop. They won't stop. You said they won't stop. Yeah, his shoulder been a problem. Okay. Jaden Lee, man. When has his shoulder been a problem, bro? Let me know. Where can I hey Jaden, respectfully, bro. All due respect, fam. I'm in here with respect. You're gonna get treated like a man. But if you come here talking crazy, block party. Come here and talk respectfully, bro. Don't be another don't be another example. You hear me? So smart guy. So where should I go research that Buzz Crawford's shoulder been an issue? Idiot, since we being disrespectful, because I can match energies. You get what I'm saying? Go show me where's the article at where I should go read that Bud Crawford is his shoulder been an issue. Man, get that shit out of here, man. Every week, you probably one of these people that like to watch this shit. Get out of here, man. Pack him up and send him on his way. Damon, what it do, fam? How you feeling, bro? Y'all not about to do this to a good fight, weirdo. I don't know what I'm talking about, huh? But Bud Crawford team gonna be talking to random people on Twitter that probably don't even have his best interests at heart. Sources close to Terence Crawford. Man, get that out of here, man. They're not telling y'all. Terence Bud Crawford, if y'all nervous that Terence Bud Crawford is going to upset Cinnamon, just say it, bro. If you think he about to go in there and show you some shit that you didn't think he could do, just say that. But making up an injury is nasty. You're going to tell me, oh, his shoulder been a problem. You don't know boxing. When? Show me when. Reference the fight in which Terence Crawford told you his shoulder been bothering him. I actually watched this shit. I don't just skim through it. I really be watching it. And I really enjoy it. And I pay attention. And I know since when he turned pro, I could have missed something. I don't see everything. But show me where. I can go find out where it's evidence that his shoulder been an issue. And get that weak ass. That's why I have this energy for people like that in boxing. Because they serve this space no good, y'all. They just want to get y'all, click their little weird ass videos and they post so they can sit here and lie because they don't really know why they here to begin with. They're not here to be an asset. They're not here to build on boxing. They're here to confuse the space. I'm here to clear up the confusion. Show me where I can go look up which fight is it that he been with a bad shoulder. Show me this. I need to see it, bro. Show me this. You get what I'm saying? Flaring up. Yeah, it's been for the last 8-10 weeks. Man, you see the shape that dude in? I don't think you could get in that type of shape if your shoulder is messed up. Get that out of here. Make this shit make sense. First he was snatch strong. Then he turned around a day or two later. He was fat. Now he got a shoulder. And man, shut up. I'm tired of y'all. Y'all don't like boxing. Just stop watching it. Just close your eyes when this shit come on. Don't even turn the channel. When this fight happened on the 13th, man, dude, shut your Netflix down, bro. Don't even watch it, bro. Don't grab the remote and turn it. You better not dare turn to this damn fight. Out here lying on this man. If you nervous he about to kick up on Canelo Alvarez, just say that. Just say that, man. Andre Ward has some really good stuff to say about Bud Crawford, and that's why we're here again. We just gonna talk about it because we love this shit over here. That's what we breed in a space that really enjoy talking boxing. And if y'all want to click that link, feel free, man. Crash the Mitch. He said they worry, man. Shout out to you. It's fight week and they making excuse after excuse, bro. Like you get what I'm saying? He gonna be in there, belt the ass. Hey, Bud, beat his ass, bro. How about Bernie say we're gonna chop him up like a steak? That's what I want to see, man. Steak dinner, man. Beat his ass, bro. Man, that's why all these excuses coming. Cause y'all, and I'm gonna tell you this: even if you don't feel like Bud gonna win, even if you don't feel like he gonna win, you definitely don't know what to expect fully. That's why y'all keep making shit up. I'm telling you, snack strong. Even undetectable steroids. Man, shut up, man. I swear to good man, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be just. Y'all think I'm bad now? I told y'all the other day, I'm gonna be Jusdueboxing Crawford on y'all ass. Watch. I'm gonna be Jusdueboxing Crawford. They can be like, this dude is a fanboy. So I'm gonna have fun with y'all, man. Y'all all this hate. And this is strictly for the love of boxing, man. Can't call me no super fan of nobody, but I give credit where it's due. And y'all find it hard to do that. Soiling this man's name. Y'all went from steroids, cheating, busted gloves. Now he injured. Then he was fat. Now he injured. Like, yo, I'm tired of y'all. Like y'all don't even know why y'all watch boxing. I swear I don't. I don't know why. I don't know why. Shout out to the homie, man. Shout out to the homie CJ, bro. They definitely out here worried, man. This boy living the right kind of life. Just appreciate it. Real boxing fans, Mike Ron, what it do, homie? Real boxing fans don't push narratives. You just push boxing. It's so much of it out here. Like, why lie about it? Dude, he posted the old photo. And then he clowned Opulent. Then he clowned him, bro. Then he clowned him about the photo. Then he clowned. Hold on, where the photo at? I got it in here somewhere. He said something. Then he clowned him. Look, he had fun at y'all expense, bro. At y'all expense. Shout out to the homie CJ, man. Appreciate you, homie. Much love for that love in the super chat, man. Look, it's 88 people in here, man. Double tap that screen, man. The like button is free. If you can't support, the like button is free. That's still support, and we appreciate it. Let's keep going. CJ said everybody got opinions, but no evidence to back them up. Salute you for keeping it real and reciprocating the support. I'll show you always, man. I'm a rare breed, bro. And more people keep saying it. I'm getting messages and all types of shit. And I'm gonna just keep being the difference between, you know what I'm saying, me and then a lot of these other just confused people. He was lying on that man. Look, bro said his ass was like, the fact that he has on the same exact outfit down to the underwear will be an obvious tell. The fact so many people believed it was recent is hilarious to me. This is the guy. So now can y'all let it go, or y'all still on that? Y'all still on that time? Y'all won't let it go? He's still fat, or is he injured? Cause I don't know which one it is. And I'm just proving a point. This is why I keep coming here. This is why we keep building. It's a different conversation because it's a different narrative every day. You get what I'm saying? But we're gonna pull up Andre Ward in a second. I'm gonna let y'all hear what he had to say. And I think his words matter. I was just damn. You know, the last gold medalist we had undefeated, ain't lost a fight since he was 12. He definitely far more qualified to speak on this shit than a lot of these people out here. I mean, shout out to Rich. I appreciate that, homie. If y'all got channels, let it be known, man. I reciprocate the support. Just like my guy Rich said, CJ Rich. Shout out to you. And we got another Rich in the building. I'm telling you, bro, just push boxing, man. Just push boxing and it'll be all good. I'm telling you, because look, check this out. You don't bring more eyes to the sport when you sitting around here lying. Yeah, you might bring more eyes to your channel, but how selfish could you be? You don't want more people to be a part of this shit and enjoy it. Why tear these dudes down at every opportunity? And I'm never gonna get off of this. I'm never letting it go because they ain't letting it go. When they stop tearing down boxing, I stop speaking on it. Get what I'm saying? Stressed out boxing. What's good, homie? Ghetto Fat, what's good with it? These people every day, man, really thinking this man fat. Here, that less than a week out from his fight. No type of common sense. And you know what? I told y'all before, bro. These people, they don't even be believing these narratives. They just know they can get some people to believe it, even if it's for a couple of hours, even if it's for a day. They cool because they'll just move on to the next narrative. They don't retract statements. They don't correct shit. None of that. They just put stuff out there and just run with it. Go. Terence Crawford is in tip-top shape from what I understand and been hearing. I mean, had Bernie, the boxer, on the actual channel, but somebody will tell him he don't know what he talking about. He just a fan. He just hold the spit bucket. I really don't like people, bro. Who would you think would be more qualified to speak on the condition of Terence Crawford? Somebody that's inside the camp, that's his right hand, or some random from the outside looking in, looking to push and can't wait to push the next lie about the man. That's not boxing, bro. Telling you, I don't care how dope you think you are. Like sitting up, being out of shape, being in no condition to fight the kind of fight that y'all be talking about when it comes to this shit is wild. Yeah, I'm calling everybody out. Everybody that type behind their laptops, whatever device you using to put your message out, and the only thing you got to do is talk crazy to world-class athletes that'll punch you out the ring. You wild, bro. And you bad for the sport. And you bad. People need to be packed up, man. Twitter need to start suspending accounts that lie. I swear they do. They just need to start packing these dudes up. If you just spreading false information, get him up out of here. I remember a point in time, you couldn't even put up a post. It was like being fact-checked and all types of stuff. And then you look at this, and this is perfectly fine. And then you read the thread, and, you know, some people probably calling it out. But then you got some people that's going to push it. And then it's going to spread. And then it's going to be reposted. You get what I'm saying? Quoted and all this type of stuff. Liked. There ain't no reason to like a lie. Y'all be liking lies, spreading lies, reposting lies, and that shit nasty work. I hope Terence Crawford, like he said, stomp a mud hole in Canelo, and I don't feel bad about saying it. It's nothing against Canelo. It's just ridiculous boxing fans, man. Really, really, really bad. Like, you don't, facts, bro. You'll never see this man out of shape. Never. So he gonna play it. He gonna play and be out of shape for Canelo. That ain't even his MO. Lazan was good with it. Chubby and that Taporia pick. But you know, that shit just, now look, just to be real, like you're not gonna be shredded, you know, 100% of the time. You know, you're gonna go up in weight, you're gonna gain weight in between fights. but being out of shape, like being like this. See, it's not a problem being like this, bro. But being like this close to a fight would be a significant problem, a very huge problem for Bud Crawford. You get what I'm saying? So I don't see why this would be something that people would want to push and force into the space, knowing damn well the man always done shit the right way, and he gonna try to continue to do shit the right way. You get what I'm saying? This is how you get to this point. I thought we was using common sense. Everybody think they smart, so use a little bit of common sense. How do you think a man gets this far in life? How? Oh, let me guess. He cheated his way, right? That's bullshit. You know the man put in the work. He a living testament of this shit. Everybody that is a true fan of the sport should get behind the fight, because you got what embodies the best versus the best. If you take the narratives out of this shit and just enjoy the fight, you probably get you a classic if you sit back and watch it. You get what I'm saying? Bug and get a shot in the head and do what he did. Oh, yo, I'm gonna play something. Shout out to what's bro name, man? I'm gonna play something for y'all too. What's his name? Shout out to Ace Deuce Boxing. He had a nice little breakdown on this that I want to play for y'all. Y'all know I'm the Clip King. I just want to shout out the channel. I hit the like button, subbed over there. It's a little 7-minute video. He was just breaking down, and he spoke about that, catching a shot in the head and stuff like that. So it's pretty good. We're going to talk about it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this will be considered out of shape. You get what I'm saying, bro? If he was like this close to the fight. That's irresponsible. That's even me being the biggest supporters of these guys. I would have to look at him like, bro, you just pissed away an opportunity. There's no way you beating that man coming in there looking like that. He would absolutely mop the floor with you if you came in there looking out of shape like that. Hell no. That's Canelo Alvarez you talking about. Yes, and he a first ballot Hall of Famer. When that dude retires, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. You better believe it. And I know Terence Crawford, he cut from that cloth, so he know full well not to play like that with his career. He know damn well to get that shit everything he got. He know anything less will be stupid, bro. You'll be playing yourself right now. You know what I'm saying? The reason, hey, I'm telling you, Cal, because you just not unreasonable. You don't just got unnecessary hatred in your heart. This is sports, bro. These people, like, why did they the things that they do inside the ring shouldn't garner this amount of hate. It should just be love. Like, it really should. Support or diss them if you want. But I just don't get it, man. I don't, man. Not if you really rock with this. Cottage boy, what it do, homie? He said they playing with eyes, bro. John, talk to me, man. Talk to me about the odds. What they say. I'm hearing the odds swung a little bit after the pictures came out. Is it true? Is it true that they swung the odds a little bit in the other favor when they seen Terence Crawford physique for this fight? I'm not sure, because I don't be betting too tough or nothing like that, but you give me a reason to, I'll bet. I mean, this fight right here, it almost make me want to, because of the amount of hate that this man is getting. It's nasty, bro. It is. I'm tired of y'all. Every day I'm tired of y'all. Every day y'all doing this to boxing, I'm tired of y'all. I'm really am, man. I told y'all, chat, y'all double tap that screen, man. We got over 100 people in here, man. Double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel. Let's keep building. If you want to click that link, feel free, man. Feel free, and we could chop it up, but we're going to talk about it. We got to talk about it, man. I told y'all, family, that picture had people nervous. I knew it. Knew a picture had people nervous. They like, man, is it that's how you really look? Bud is plus 25. But 155. Man, that's interesting. That's interesting. I'm telling you, man. When I start swinging like that, it's a reason. Vegas got it almost 50-50. See? You see, hey, John, Vegas seen that picture. They like, man, I don't know, man. He start thinking about it. They start thinking about the accolades. They like, I don't know, man. Someone said the pick. You just show, yeah, it is. Oh, the Akello. Shout out to my dog, man. Akello. The guy, the UFC fighter said it. He called it out. But people thought it was real, and they was pushing it, saying he was out of shape. They said the picture with him being in shape was a Photoshop. They said that was Photoshop, and this was really him. You know, people were sitting up talking about, I thought he was in shape. I thought he was, bro, what? Bud Crawford would never, man. Get talk to him, Bud, man. Get on the screen, man. Shout out to Keller. I'm with you, bro. I appreciate you. You already know. Yeah, but the UFC fighter was calling it out because he said he couldn't believe that so many people actually believed it. Like that this picture was recent, you know what I'm saying, with Bud Crawford, and it wasn't. And like I said, just for anybody that's in here the narrative that I was shooting down. No disrespect to the platform. I don't make nothing personal, but you should be very responsible with your platform. I don't give a damn where it's at, whether it's X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, Instagram, Facebook. You don't want to push shit out like this close to the fight. Like, it's people that take some of y'all platforms and y'all word is law. And if y'all out here misleading the people and lying, like, what are we doing right now? Like, why is this a part of the sport? I can't stand it, yo, for the life of me, man. It's very frustrating because I just want to hear like intelligent people break down good boxing. Shit, if you feel like his little ass getting smoked, if you feel like Canelo gonna be smoking on a Bud Pack on the 13th, then say so. It's all good. It's all love. It's no love lost. You know what I'm saying? But the narratives, like I said, is what drive me crazy, bro. Said Cinnamon gonna have his gas tank in order. Hey, Walter was good with it, fam. Hey, that's something to think about because he slowed down. He has a tendency to slow down, man. He has a tendency to slow down. And midway through fights, we've seen it time and time again. We've seen it. So is he going to slow down this fight? Is it going to get, you know? Because that's what I'm looking at. A Bug got to manage this first quarter to the first half of the fight and see what that gas tank looking at after 6. I would love to see what his gas tank looking at after 6. And shout out to Aunt McQueen, man. Let me see. Did I put the picture in here? Because we talking about Nello. There was a point in time I didn't put the picture in here. Hey, man, y'all remember Nello used to have that brace on the leg, right? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember he was in an actual fight with the knee brace. Like, how many people? I'm just asking questions here. We just talking. How many people do you know, since we making up injuries, we're gonna talk about a real injury that Nello had. How many people remember Canelo Alvarez fighting with the knee brace, y'all? Talk to me, y'all. How many of y'all remember? And I'm talking about in the actual ring with the, I don't know, like the tape shit on the knee. Come on, man. Hold on. Where that picture at, man? I gotta get it, man. Gotta get it. We keep talking about 38. Yeah, it's Canelo 30, 40. He 42. Shit. His ass 42, man. He old as hell too. Hold on. Where that? Let me get to it, bang. Where is that, man? This dude had an actual like knee brace, bro. Knee brace. And shout out again to my brother Aunt McQueen. He was in another fight where they was in the middle of the ring, like or in a corner massaging his knee. So who is this? Who is this that he fought with the brace? Who was there? Where that picture at, man? Getting his knees rubbed. Oh, it was Golovkin. The Golovkin fight, y'all. Chat fan, do y'all remember the picture? The Golovkin fight, where he had that like that, I don't know, that, you know, that stretchy shit on the knee that helped with the support of the knee. How many people do you know have knee problems or elbow problems, wear braces, and then all of a sudden they don't need it no more? Talk to me. Like, when you physically start fighting with it, with support, there's an issue there. That's all I'm saying. There's an issue there because that's wear and tear. That's age. That's Canelo. He might not be you know, 40. He might not be 38 or 37 like Bud, but he had almost 70 joints. Do y'all know how many fights that is? That's a lot of fights. Never mind the times where shit happened, you know, and you don't, or when you not fighting, when you just training. You get what I'm saying? Like, the miles that you put on, the sparring, all of the different people. Like, we highlight his resume and how great it is because it's a hell of a resume. I don't care what you say, bro. It's impressive. Beating all the people he beat is impressive. Not about to diminish it because some of these dudes happen to be old. That's part of boxing. But he got an impressive resume. I know the way he moving is shaky, and you can question that. But like I said, if most people was in that position, they do it too. So for me, man, I don't know, man. I think people are losing it right here. I think they missing it. Rocky Fielding, he wore a white brace, which I ain't watching. But hey, man, talk to him, bro. And Opulent, not with the knees. You give me Opulent, bro. I'm just having an honest conversation. But we keep talking about Bud, old man. He jumping weight classes. He old. Y'all talking about, then 1 minute they saying he old, then he fat, he out of shape, then he snack strong, undetectable PEDs. They don't know which way to go with this guy. They don't know what to say. Is he too light in the ass? Is he too small? Is he too old? Right? Somebody came in here the other day and said, why is Bud getting older, but faster and stronger and going up in weight? I said, how could you prove that? Because everybody's seen him go up in weight, fight Madrimov, and they said he looked old, which he didn't, because people don't know what looking old is. But That's not looking old. If that's looking old and he beat Madrimov, what the hell did Madrimov look like? You get me? So I think people don't know which way to go. That's the truth. That's the truth. Terence Crawford's confidence is making people uncomfortable. I forgot who was just talking about this. Somebody was just speaking about this. The confidence that he got makes people uncomfortable. It makes you second guess, like, because he not like Adrian Broner brash with it. I'm gonna beat your ass. He not that. But he like, bro, all y'all do is count me out. Y'all said this shit before. I'm gonna show you again. He got this energy about him. And I see y'all reaching to. Yeah, I see y'all out there talking about, you see the fear in his eyes. You know, he looking scary and he don't look like he want to fight. Miss me with that, bro. Miss me with that. This was the guy that was pressing for the fight. This the guy that sat next to Turkey when y'all was saying this is Turkey man. This was the guy. How is he the one that's scared? Grown men ain't scared to fight other grown men, bro. This is his job. His job is to fight. Ain't nobody that had their mom riding around the hood looking for people to pay $10 to fight their son. That guy ain't growing up being scared of nothing or nobody, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That shit started. He started all his life. You know how they say, all my life I had to fight. That's really Bud Crawford. When you look at him, all his life he had to fight, bro. And it's going to be the same shit come the 13th. I promise you, I don't care if he lose. So what? If he lose, I'm gonna still respect him. I'm gonna give Canelo his undeniable respect, because no fighter, neither one of these guys deserve to get credit taken from him. Just give them the credit they deserve. If he beat Terence Crawford, I'm gonna say Canelo Alvarez beat one of the absolute best fighters of this generation. To me, still the #1 pound for pound guy. To me, over Canelo. Yeah, Bud Crawford over Canelo, because he don't got losses and draws. So yeah, I got him over Canelo, over Monster Inoue as well. Get what I'm saying? He the #1 guy to me. You got to beat him. Got to beat him. And if Canelo do it, why shouldn't he get credit? Because Terence Crawford decided to challenge himself, dare to be great, and go in his weight class. That don't mean Canelo shouldn't get the credit. He gonna get all the credit. So if he beat him, no excuses. I'm not trying to make none. I'm just asking questions. You get what I'm saying? So if he win, respect to the winner and the loser, bro. You say no, if he doesn't win, he wins. LJ, nah. If he lose, he lose, bro. But he gonna get respect though. I don't think losing to one of the absolute best fighters in the world is deserve to be disrespected. I think it's something in that you gotta respect, bro. You get me? It's something in that you gotta respect. You get what I'm saying? So shout out to Sean. He said Crawford points win, man. Talk to him, man. I think you get it on points too, Sean. I do. F the loser, nah, LJ. Because look, I can't tell you. You said Pete my Twitter. I got you. I can't tell you how to look at it, bro. I can't tell you how to look at it. If that's what you want, that's what you want. I can't tell you how to look at it. I build boxing up. At least I try my best to do it. So I feel like the winner deserves his undeniable respect and credit. And I feel like the loser deserves respect, especially if that loser happens to be Bud Crawford. Because look, he did what a lot of people didn't think he could do. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's just no telling. You know what I mean? I just don't believe in slandering fighters or downplaying them, or like, there's no shame in losing to the absolute best. There's no shame in losing to a first ballot Hall of Famer. What we talking about? Now, seriously, like, what we talking about? You telling me losing to a first ballot Hall of Famer is somehow laughable? How? That's elite company right there. How many of these people that we watching today you think gonna be first ballot Hall of Famers? And that answer that question or do some research or homework on that, and then maybe you'll understand how special it is. And I know you ain't never gonna hear this take nowhere else. It'll be a special loss because that's one of the best fighters out there. One of the best absolute fighters in boxing, bro. Canelo Alvarez, whether you love him or hate him or not, is one of the best fighters out there actively in boxing. You get what I'm saying? It just is. It just is. He's proven it. He's proven that much. Still operating at a very, very high level, bro. Shout out to my dog, Kyle Coolett, man. He got me. Yes, sir, man. You see it? Look. He got me. I got y'all. I'm going to pull these joints up, bro. Y'all give me a second. When we going to talk about all of this, man. We're going to talk about it all. Hit that like button. Double tap that screen. Support the build. If you can't, then double tap that screen. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We just having a real boxing conversation. The link is in the community post, the section, my community section. So we're going to get to this, man. Man, y'all, just to jog their memories, Kyle, just in case they think we out here just talking, right? because people might not remember. And I don't know when everybody started watching boxing. Brian said Topuria would KO Crawford. That's what he thinks too. Crawford to beat his ass in boxing. Crawford. I don't think we'll ever see Crawford fight him in no octagon. That's for sure. But I think Crawford, if he step in the boxing ring, he'd get his ass beat just like the rest of these guys. Them UFC guys and the way they strike, beat no world class boxers, man. You see what I'm saying? You see what happened to Francis Ngannou ass over here playing. You see what AJ did to him. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, he got it off on Fury a little bit, but that AJ and Ngannou is what happened to most UFC fighters if they fight a world-class fighter. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, yeah, if he go in Topuria's lane and UFC, MMA, hell yeah, he in trouble. He in trouble. Buddy would kick his ass, of course, because he should, but he ain't doing that no way. He ain't doing that. He ain't doing that shit no way, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think we'll never see that. I doubt it, but tell him to get his ass in the boxing ring because he claimed he had knocked Crawford out. So I'd like to see him do it. Yeah, and it messes with boxing mechanics. That's a fact. Shout out to Michael Aguilar, man. That's real right there. It does. Like the mechanics is totally different. You see the way they throw their punches. You see Francis Ngannou still like he having an issue. Like he's not a boxer. Like, you think they're going to come over there and do what it take them years to perfect? They're just going to do it in one training camp? That's what people don't get. And it's the same way for the UFC. Think a boxer going to come over there and train with one of them in one training camp and beat their ass? Hell no. They're going to get broken down. Know what I mean? UFC and boxing is two of the sports that we all know you can't play. Or should I say MMA? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homie, my dog, man. Remo, Let's Talk Fashion, Mr. Rich Threads, man. How you feeling, bro? Shout out to my guy, man. Ngannou and skill like Topuria. I get where you're going, Brian. Topuria might be more skilled than Ngannou, true indeed. But Ngannou, he ain't beating Terence Crawford in no boxing match. MMA, by all means, he got it. He got that. MMA for sure. Shout out to Remo. Boxer will lose the MMA fighter anywhere but the boxing ring. Yeah, GDH. Yeah, I agree. Saw Poppy up around, found out though. Yeah, got his ass. Oh yeah, then he what's the dude did his ass filthy out there playing. Now look at him. How many of y'all remember this? I remember this Golovkin fight. Shout out to my bro. Appreciate you, fam. How many of y'all remember this Golovkin fight where he had that on? Better yet, got even better. Oh damn, hold on. Where the other one at? My bad, y'all. I gotta get that up. I get the other one. I know y'all remember this. I know y'all remember him being all braced up and braced out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hopefully Jake Paul fights Bud after he kills Tank. That's funny. That's funny. Nah, I don't think Bud need that. I think he's been able to capitalize in the latter half of his career with really big fights. One being with Spence. Had a fight since then, keep him acclimated, got paid again. Now he about to have, I think, one of the biggest possible paydays of his career. No, obviously the biggest payday of his career. So basically, I'm saying all that to say I don't think he would need to even dabble in MMA and play like that. Now look at that. Look at that. That's a full-blown brace. Let the record reflect that he don't run around with that no more, bro. Let the record reflect that he no longer sports that brace. Why? Somebody tell me why. And I'm only asking the question because people saying Terence Crawford getting faster, stronger as he getting older and going up in weight. That's suspicious. And I call BS on that. Like I said, they don't know if he injured. They don't know if his shoulder flared up from 8 or 10 weeks ago. They don't know what's going on. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, true indeed. That's a fact. He did. He did get surgery. Definitely did. But you get what I'm saying? But even after that, though, and you know about the knees, OP, you just said it. You get me? You just said he did get the surgery. Said he got that knee cleaned out or whatever. But, you get me? Are you as good as new? You know what I'm saying? Is he now as good as new now? You get me? Dude had a whole brace on, G. Whole brace. You get me? Crazy, man. Crazy. He said, what's the point of getting punched in the face if you can take a guy down and submit him under a minute? I mean, shit, that's what you do. Arthroscopic. There you go. You got that arthroscopic surgery. And shout out to my guy, 815, man. Said cortisone shots in the knees, likely, right? But my thing is, did he revisit the Fountain of Youth or what, y'all? You get me? Did this man revisit the Fountain of Youth or what? What's happening? Did he revisit the Fountain of Youth? I don't know. I don't like that term, but I always told you I don't like that term much. But I don't know. I'm just asking questions, you know. I'm just asking questions. People don't remember this Nello braced up like I gotta get surgery. But think about that though. Let's talk about it though, because I'm not knocking them. But fighting with it, knowing it needs surgery is what? You doing more damage to it, am I right? Wear and tear. The surgery don't just fix everything that was wrong with the knee. How many surgeries how many surgeries D Rose had? You get what I'm saying? These don't just get brand new. I get it. Surgery might make you feel better. You might be fresher, but you out here standing up all 12 rounds in between rounds. Stamina looking like, you know, you ain't getting tired. So it's power. Skip 54. Shout out to Crush the Legend, my dog. He said they do have, what he said, Remo, PRP injections for that, started in Germany. I wonder if he would aware of that because he got the money. Arthroscopic for sure. Shout out to the autism boy. Canelo used that Reynoso and Cartel special. OP say juicy. And McQueen with Professor Roger was good when he showed the picture of Bud with the muscles that were fake. Damn, do I still got it in here? Hold on, I might have to put it back in here. I might have to upload it. Y'all double tap that screen, your boy, man. Double tap the screen. Subscribe to the channel. And we're going to keep building on it, man. We're going to talk like Mania. I did all of this. I like to warm up the stove, man. We've been building, but I'm going to play the Andre Ward video for y'all and let y'all hear from a damn true Hall of Famer as to what he think about the fight and, you know, what he had to say in regards to Bud. And he spoke a bit, I think, about legacy as well. You know what I'm saying? So this fight is definitely for legacy. You know, I know it was a bit of a discussion if either guy's legacy is tarnished with a loss. Nah, man. Losing to the absolute best should never tarnish your legacy. What kind of boxing fans we got in today's boxing? Like some of y'all favorite fighters got losses. Do you think they looked at as any less great? Like Muhammad Ali got how many losses? What is it, 5 or 6? And people say what? You know what I'm saying? When they say the GOAT who, they don't even like people discussing that somebody is possibly better than him. They don't even like it. They consider it as disrespect, like just because of what he stood for alone, right? So, nah, man, nah. Losing to the absolute best don't take away from you being great, bro. We got to, and I don't want to make it sound the wrong way. Don't take this, don't hear this the wrong way. We got to normalize a guy losing the game. Like, I know we went through this whole era of it seemed like guys protecting the O and call that shit what you want, right? But at the end of the day, losing is a part of the sport. Guys been losing for the longest. I mean, I think that's how some of the best fighters were born, taking losses. Shit, Bernard lost out the gate. And look at him. He's looked at as one of the most respected boxers in the sport today. So it's like, come on, man. Losing to another great fighter shouldn't mean shit. All that means is that guy was better than you. Yeah, you still great, but you just ain't better than him. That's all that shit mean to me. That's how I look at it. That's all that mean. All that mean is you ain't better than that guy. So Bud losing Canelo, yeah, he's still great. You damn right he's still great. Just mean he wasn't greater than Canelo. That's all. What's the harm in that? Prize Fighter TV, my dog. What's good with it, bro? Look at that dude. That's why they was knocking him, man. They seen that welterweight run. Let's not forget, we talking about dude had one of the greatest welterweight runs, period. And I'm talking about not just names, because people gonna always argue about that, but the way he came through. What is that? Almost 7 years, 6.5 years span or something. All knockouts. Everybody was going night, taking dirt naps, getting rid of these guys, bro. So that's all I'm saying, man. I just don't. I think people be missing it, bro. They be missing it, but it's sad. It's sad. It's a sad day, man. But let me get this up. Rao said just makes Canelo greater. Look, if Canelo beat this guy, he definitely great. Definitely makes him greater, even if this is a smaller guy. I don't give a damn. He's gonna be looked at as a bit greater than me. I can't speak for nobody else. You know what I'm saying? That what we not gonna do over here on this channel is take credit from anybody. Hard-earned win. Beating another trained, well-conditioned, in-shape grown man ain't nothing easy about it. And don't let nobody tell you that it is. Anybody making it seem like it's easy to win in boxing and be at the top level where these two dudes at, clearly ain't never had no fight before in their life. Never. Shit is crazy. Bud over Mayweather. It's Bud over Mayweather if he wins this. Oh man, that's something. Opulent man. It'd be really tough. It'd be really tough because he did it first, right? But I think putting him in like a GOAT type of conversation won't be like crazy to me. I don't think it would be like unjustified, right? I think if people were putting them in, you know, a GOAT, those GOAT conversations, right? If he started to enter those GOAT conversations, you get what I'm saying? I think that's where you know, I don't even know. I thought that was the one, but it ain't the one. I gotta go look because somewhere in there, that picture had people tripping with the muscles, but that run right there was impressive, man. Impressive as run. So impressive so that people were prisoners of the moment and used to seeing him knock guys out. And the first time they ain't see him knock somebody out in almost 7 years, they lost their damn minds and they started saying he wasn't this and that, even though he went out there and won, I think, in an impressive manner. But shit, putting him over TBE, shit, 3-time undisputed though, man. That is impressive, bro. The accolades, but Floyd got the wins, he got the names, he got the champions, he made the money. Yeah, it's a total package with Floyd. It'll still be hard for me to put him over there, but you could put him in those conversations for damn sure. For damn sure, you could put him in those conversations for sure. He's cut from that cloth. I think they all are. You know what I'm saying? I think they all special generational talents. I think Bud is. I think Canelo is. I know Floyd is. Get what I'm saying? Them dudes ain't no run-of-the-mill kind of fighters. They're problems. Them dudes are problems. Tricky said Canelo's so strong. I hope Bud wins. Yeah, Tricky Bricks. He is strong as hell. He is. And that's the question that people are asking. Can he take the punching power? Can he take the punch? Well, we're going to talk about that, man. We're going to talk about it because it's a couple of guys that talked about it. That's why I said Dixon, Floyd was never undisputed, but he never chased it either. You get what I'm trying to say? He marketed the game. He marketed that. He marketed the hate he turned that into dollars, being one of the highest, you know what I mean? The highest paid, just being a part of these record-breaking numbers. Like, it's hard to discredit all of that. I love the accolades, but we all know Floyd wasn't necessarily chasing undisputed in them belts because his thing was money. And he figured the more money, the more belts that you have, the more money you got to give up. That's what he used to say. You know what I'm saying? But he not. So that's why I say, Dixon, for me, I can't put him over him, but I can put him in those conversations with him. That's for me. It's a conversation. See, this is the thing. Let me be the first to tell you. There's no right or wrong answer with that. If you feel like a win over Canelo Alvarez puts Bud Crawford over Floyd Mayweather, in your opinion, then go with it. You know what I mean? Who am I to tell you, nah, that's not it? For me, I'm going to say nah, because it's still some things that Floyd did that you just haven't seen done before. And then he had like almost like a teller, 2 different careers almost, right? So to speak, with, you know, Pretty Boy Floyd and then being Money Mayweather. Like, that shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way he was able to maneuver that and man, you get what I'm saying? Like, he climbed himself up out of a hole with his career. Like, you know what I mean? Got himself bought up out of contract. And then he turned up on dudes, man. He turned up and he never looked back. He never looked back. Floyd never looked back after that. So I don't know. It's tough, man. Tough, but we're gonna get to this clip from Andre Ward. Yeah, I ain't mad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's me where I'm at with it, Shower. Just respect the opinions, because knowing that
the big city is humming its electric
people get mad and they treat
lullaby outside my window, but my mind isn't here.
You know what? Pardon me. I'm gonna play this one from the Ace Deuce boxing. I like this little breakdown that he had with Crawford. But yeah, real quick, like, there's no right or wrong answers in a lot of these conversations. It's just opinion-based stuff. There's no undeniable way to prove it, right? So it's just your opinion at the end of the day. And I think if you can back your opinion with some sound logic and reason, Who am I to argue with it? Nah, it's not that. It's not. It's stupid. We be here all day because you ain't gonna change your mind. I'm probably not gonna change it either. You get me? So no need to do that. But double tap that screen, subscribe to the channel, y'all. Support the build.
It's in
Let's
the
get
quiet
to
of a
this.
Las Vegas
Shout out to
hotel
Ace Deuce Boxing.
in the sterile hum of a 24-hour gym under ghost white lights. Welcome back to Tales from the Squared Circle. Tonight, we are not telling a story. We are presenting a case file, an investigation into the heart of a quiet man who is right now at the center of the entire sporting universe, just days away from a war that will define his soul. This is the final examination of the ghost from Omaha. This is the Terence Crawford story.
Ghost from
And
Omaha.
I'm telling you, this is the definitive story. So
Right,
if you are here
Shower?
for the
Right. We can't control it. That's why I want everybody that's in here, that's listening, bro. If you like to talk boxing without getting disrespected for your opinion, you found the right channel. Just telling you, I got to tell y'all that. If you like to talk boxing, build on boxing instead of just arguing. Get what I'm saying? I'm not a debate type of guy. I just want to talk, build, and keep it moving. So if that's what you like to do, you over here, you in the right spot, and double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel.
Truth.
Let's get to
and
this.
You must hit that subscribe button. And if you feel the weight of the evidence we are about to
and
present,
I subscribe to
then
Ace
press the
Deuce
like
Boxing,
button.
by the way.
And you have to get in the comments because the verdict on this man's legacy is about to be delivered by the cruelest judges of all, the fists of another great king. Most assassins in this sport are forged in the noise. The fiery gyms of Brooklyn, the suffocating humidity of Miami, the war zones of Philly. But Terence Crawford was born from silence. He was a secret the heartland kept, a weapon being perfected in a quiet laboratory, far from the prying eyes of the boxing world.
That's it. It's the only way. Bud Crawford only know how to win. That's all he know how to do is win. You understand? Yep. Under unsurmountable obstacles, that's all he know how to do is win. He know how to pull through. His tenacity is he's everything. He's relentless. He's ferocious. You understand? Man, Crawford.
But the most dangerous problem of his life wasn't waiting for him in the ring. In 2008, the game came to collect as it always does. A bullet, a car window, and a moment that should have been the end.
Blaze, he got shot. Only thing that what happened, it went through the window and it slowed the bullet down.
Oh, wow.
And
that incident is the Rosetta Stone. It is the key to understanding everything. The man who can take a bullet to the skull and calmly drive himself to the hospital is a man whose relationship with chaos is different from ours.
Crazy.
He is not afraid of the storm. He is the storm. And that is the soul he brings into that squared circle.
Not for nothing, not just saying because you've been through a situation like that, getting shot or something that just make you Superman, or it just mean that you could beat anybody, right? That's not what that means. But shit, I've been shot myself in both legs, so I know what it feel like. I just think it's a crazy experience to go through, and I think if you can make it through something like that, you get what I'm saying. A fight really ain't nothing like fighting for your life, even though boxing is the closest thing to legally fighting for your life, right? But you get what I'm saying. He's been battle tested in many different ways, from his mom, like I said, challenging people to beat him up, to, you know, this situation with the shooting, and just in boxing, he just been a guy, seemed like he been counted out, overlooked, and he still stand the test of time, and he right here. You know what I mean? When it's all said and done, he can take a Canelo hit for sure. We gonna find that out. That's one of the first things we gonna find out. But I think Canelo gonna try to catch him early. That's what I believe. I think gonna try to catch him early.
Cause it don't happen to me. I was a kid.
Shout out to Ryan. Yeah, people die in both UFC, boxing,
all the time. Like it was something new. And once he beat me up, the next time we sparred, I always made sure like this is gonna be different.
Shout out to Muggs, man. Shout out to Muggs, man. I'm going with the underdog too, bro.
So like from that sparring session and just being around Bud Crawford, he's a major reason of why I am who I am. He actually let me know it was levels, and I had to step my game up.
And it's crazy when your greatness bleeds through other people to the point where the reason Shakur feel like he the type of fighter he is, the reason why he feels like he's as good as what he is now is simply because he ran into a guy like Bud Crawford that gave him that boxing lesson when he was about 17, 18, when he ran into him, that he'll never forget. And I think because of it, it did make him a better fighter. But that's how great Bud is. His greatness, when you truly great, yo, you could affect other people in positive ways. And look how he been paying it forward with the younger crowd. You know, the Keyshawn Davises, the Shakurs, the DB3 as a whole, right? Like he always there, he's always looking out. And we all remember this shellacking. This was a shellacking, but this was a damn good performance from Bud Crawford. Man, lie.
His style is the
craftiest
con in the entire sport.
Eric was good.
He presents
good
himself as a boxer, but he is
hurt Canelo.
He spends
I got the boost video from YSM. Shout out to the homie. I'll play that for
once
y'all.
He has the answer. The
He
artist
talked briefly on it. He ain't really give no details, but I'll play it.
We all saw the final equation get solved against Errol Spence Jr.
This dude just responds. He responds when counted out, bro. He one of them dogs. Hey, Cal, tell him. He said nothing saves more lives than a right ass whooping. I'm telling you, you ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying. This is a good work by Ace Deuce Boxing. Shout out to him, man. Y'all go check his channel out.
Bud go up on HBO when I was commentating. Bud is the truth. For real, for real.
And we all know how great Roy was, right? We all know that Roy, if he really wanted to, could have retired undefeated, but because he was great, he pushed that shit to the absolute limits. And because he got losses and bad losses on his record, look how a layman will look at him. They'll lose respect for him. Man, I know what he was, and I know how far he pushed it. That man went up to heavyweight. Just let the record reflect that. Think about that. Now, Bud going to 68. Roy said that I'm going to heavy. You get me? Don't get no higher than that. So look, crazy things have been done in boxing is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Crawford's going to win because what somebody else did, but the possibility is there, even if it's a slim one. You get what I'm saying?
He didn't win it the way
Golden State was good. He said Crawford in 9-10. I like it. I hope so. I would love to see
on the job. I've seen it with my own eyes. I know he's a more technical fighter because I've seen him make the changes. I've never seen Errol have to make a change. Errol just always put pressure, and that's what got him everywhere. So he hasn't made no changes. So people mad at me about that, but that's not what the truth is. You understand me? That's not what the truth is. So
he's saying the difference between him and Earl. Earl never really had to make adjustments. He just bring pressure, come straight ahead, end up breaking you down. So you see Crawford in fights, he got tested in different ways that showed you how great he was and showed you his versatility. That's something that can't be overlooked. And when I get the Andre Ward video up there, you're going to see some of the things that he was talking about. He made a great point when he's breaking down his fight. That's why I love to hear it from the people that actually participated in the sport, where you can trust their insight, right? They give good insight. People think boxing, when you speaking on it, it's about being right or wrong. Nah, man, it's about making sense. And you know, a guy like Andre Ward is drawn from personal experiences, so it's hard to discount or discredit what he's saying. He don't have to be right about everything he's saying, but you could understand it's coming from a place of experience. You know what I'm saying? Or sound logic, as I like to say. 49-0, Montel Griffin. Roy whooped 2 times fast. I tell you, bro, if I got a trainer, if I'm boxing, bro, my trainer ain't happy like Bomac, hack him up, bro. My trainer ain't with Bomac start talking.
He became the undisputed king at 140. He became the undisputed king at 147.
Talk about an ace.
2 divisions.
Talk about an ace.
But for a craftsman like Crawford, the work is never finished. Which brings us to here. Shout out to Michael Martinez, man. Appreciate you pulling up, man. Make sure you double tap your screen, subscribe to the channel, man. He said, "Will Bud carry the weight?" That's a good question. We're gonna find out. You know, we don't know, because if you don't carry it well, the fight gets extremely that much more difficult for him. Now he comes for the final score, the biggest hustle. He is climbing 2 mountains, leapfrogging an entire division to challenge the empire itself. Canelo Alvarez, the bigger man, the stronger man, the house.
And that right there, for the reasons that he just explained, is why you give the winner or the loser respect. And if in this case, if you think it's Bud that's taking the L, you get what I'm saying? You got to respect it. He going up there into that man territory, and he like, bro, I think I can get you. I think I could beat you. And he got an opportunity to prove it. I just want to see him prove it. I want to see him get his opportunity.
Wait, the talking is over. The hay is in the barn. All that's left is the long, lonely walk. In just a few days, in the center of that ring, under those hot, unforgiving lights, we will get the final truth. We will see if the quiet man from the quiet place can pull off the loudest heist in boxing history. We are about to witness either the coronation of the single greatest craftsman of our time, or the tragic final proof that some mountains are, in the end, too high to climb.
See? I liked it. I like how he let that. Shout out to H Deuce. Like, it's going to either be that. He's going to show you just truly how great Bud Crawford is, and that shit going to exceed a lot of people's expectations because they expect him to lose. Or it's going to show us that sometimes some mountains are too tall to climb. That's one or the other. And that's what makes the fight fun, right? Because you can't say you truly know exactly what's going to happen. You could say you think you know. You could say you feel like this is going to happen. But I know we all felt like that Errol Spence fight was going to play out a certain way. And I always draw, back to that one because the opinions was like split down the middle, right? Split. And some people were right, but I know it was a fair amount of people that was wrong, right? And if you're one of those people, then you know that we got to see these fights. You just never know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Win, lose, or draw. Shout out to Forever G's, my dog, man. Let's keep going, though. Elijah was good. Said Crawford by belt to ass. I like it. I love it, bro. Let's keep going, man. We got another one. I got to get SOG up on here, man. SOG had a really good chop up with Chris Mannix. And he was talking about, he was breaking this shit down. I hope this is the video because I'll be having so much stuff in here, y'all. Hold on, like this. Be having so much. So I got to start naming my files. Errol Spence didn't look good.
What I said, that's the first thing we got to figure out.
This is one of the things because somebody asked this, but it's another one with Chris Mannix. But this was a cool little back.
Can he take Canelo shot?
That's what I said. That's the first thing we got to figure out. Can he take that shot? Because
dog.
Yeah, you could do it in 16-ounce gloves. When I did it in 16-ounce gloves sparring. It was different, but I was like, okay, yeah, I can deal with this. But when you get in that heavyweight fight with them 10s,
it's different world.
And that 10 scrape that chin, now you find out what the real facts are. You feel me?
Come on.
The head ain't there no more.
Yeah.
That's 10 scrapes that chin. There are a lot of questions that are going to have to be answered on that night. No matter how much we sit and go back and forth, no matter how much the coaches and the trainers go back and forth,
I just said this.
Questions are really going to be answered right there in that square because you got to be able to take his punch and he got to know how to fight him. Simple. Because like you said, that riddle has never been solved. You understand me? But he is way up in weight, so can you take his punch? Can you do what nobody else has done? Can you solve that riddle?
Right. I love that from Roy, man. Can you solve that riddle? Can you take that punch? Because if he could take that punch, we going to find out can he solve the riddle. And I know if Bud Crawford could take that punch, he going to be a difficult riddle to solve is what I'm saying. And Andre Ward got in more debt with Chris Mannix. So let me get to that, man. Let me get to that conversation, bro, because it was a damn good one that they was having. But that's real right there. You get what I'm saying? Is either you could take that punch, and if that question is answered, now you got a question for him. Can you solve this riddle? Because we haven't seen me be defeated in the ring. We seen you lose 2 times, at least what your record suggests. Two losses, 2 draws. Some would say you lost more than twice. I'm one of those people, but we ain't gonna cry over spilled milk. You got 4 fights that you didn't win. Terence Crawford won all of his. So is it gonna be a matter of him not being able to take your punch or you not being able to deal with his versatility? But I think we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out exactly which one it is. You get me? We're gonna find out which one it is, y'all. We're going to find out. Roy going to tell us straight up. That's why I love it. He said, when them 10 scrape your chin, Teach was good with it. He said someone called it the Bud Vinci Code. Can Canelo solve the Bud Vinci Code? I like that, Teach. I ain't even going to lie. The Bud Vinci Code is funny, bro. Bud Vinci. Bud Vinci. All right, we're gonna get to this joint with Chris Mannix and Ward, man. I want y'all to hear this one. This was a good break.
Division world champion, boxing Hall of Famer, Sports Illustrated's fighter of the decade for the 2010s. Had to get that.
You hear that?
On September 13th, he'll be ringside for the call of the Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford undisputed super middleweight showdown, which you can watch exclusively on Netflix. And Andre, I know you're calling the fight, but are you also unofficially scoring the fight as well? Because I'd imagine that's going to be a not fun job for whoever gets it.
Yeah, I hope not, because that's not it's not really something I enjoy doing. I always have a scorecard that I have to track. But it's tricky trying to watch a fight to commentate and then watch a fight to score. So I try to pass that off to somebody that's exclusively doing that. But we'll see. You never know.
Believe me, I get it. I could have at DAZN, I could have the greatest call I've ever had, bring insights never before seen. But if I get one round wrong, Andre, one round wrong, I got to eat shit on Twitter for the next 3 or 4 days.
All the time, man.
You know, Mannix know how toxic Twitter is.
I say that, I bring that up because while this is a massive fight, massive event, I'm not anticipating it being some kind of Hagler-Hearns-esque showdown. I'm imagining something far more cagey where rounds are far more competitive. As you kind of think about the story of this fight, how do you see it playing out?
Man, I have about 10 different scenarios, which is why I'm ready for this fight to be here already, because I'm not fighting, obviously, but I've thought about this fight a lot, and you have ideas, but we don't know. We just don't know. I personally think that given what is at stake and given where both of these fighters are in their careers, I mean, Canelo seems to want to keep fighting and not stop anytime soon, but he does have a lot of miles on the odometer, and I'm not sure how much longer Terence Crawford wants to fight. Like they both need this, like they need it in a bad way. I think it's going to be a lot more action than we realize. Of course, there's going to be tactics and strategy, but I think that even that's going to be at a high level. There were certain spots in, the 3 Golovkin fights with Canelo where, they weren't just standing there. They had moments where they were, but there was a lot of, from Canelo, he's really good from the waist up with his defense, and he's slipping and rolling, and Golovkin's coming forward. And it was high-level stuff in certain spots. I think we'll see that. But I do believe that there are going to be some toe-the-line moments for Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford because they really, really need this fight.
Nah, see, you heard it again. Nah, you might have misunderstood the point. Shout out to my sis Melanie Queen. How you feeling today? I don't know if when you hear the word need, do you start thinking like financially, do we need it? But nah, if you think about Canelo, he's a very prideful guy. You get what I'm saying? He don't want to lose. He got his country on his back, right? He don't want to pass the torch. This is one of the reasons why he probably elected not to fight a Benavidez. Not being scared, but just not ready to pass the torch, being prideful, not wanting to lose to that guy, right? You think he's going to want to lose to a dude coming up to his weight class, jumping 2 weight classes and beating him? He need this for different reasons outside of money. The money is going to be there with Canelo, right? But this is pride and legacy. And even Canelo said this. He said it's different. It's a different feel. He said he need this for his legacy. So even Canelo agreed.
When you look back at the history of super fights like this or high profile fights, I mentioned Hagler-Hearns. I don't think it's going to be that. But is there a fight that you can think of that you watched over the years that you could compare this to? Do you think it's going to play out like?
It's tough. I don't. This is a class all by itself. And I say that because though Terence Crawford can box, I look at Terence Crawford as a puncher boxer. I look at Canelo Alvarez as a puncher boxer, not the other way around. If they move, it's either to rest or get in position to do what they really want to do. Start a fight and land a punch that's going to change the course of the night. So I can't just say that Terence is going to outbox and we know what he's going to do. I don't know. You got to do both of these fighters are extremely stubborn, and you cannot be great for any extended period of time and not have that stubbornness about you. Even though Canelo Alvarez has some blemishes on his record, there's a perfectly good reason for each one, the draws and the losses.
The draws and the losses. Oh, man, my bad, y'all. My apologies. Let me get this back up. Man, I told y'all this is a good conversation, man. Anytime you get to hear from Andre Ward, it's always great, man. It's always great to hear from him. You know what I'm saying? World-class athlete, last gold medalist. We had male gold medalist, right? Ain't lost since he was, 12 years old. Anytime I get a chance to hear him speak and give some insight on the fight, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely all for it. Definitely. And I think he gives a really unbiased, you know what I mean? Shout out to Whit, man. He said Omaha. Shout out to Omaha in the building, man. Shout out to Omaha, man. You just missed a little piece. They called him the ghost from Omaha, man. Still think it's 50-50. HB. I think that's fair, bro. I think that's solid. I think if you Terence Crawford, those are really good odds, bro. You got 50-50 with King Nello. You know what I'm saying? I do the dog, bro. So he fighting a legit Hall of Famer in there. I just think the nose, but still that guy. Yeah. Hey, Reef, I caught that. You a fool, man.
Illustrates fighter of the.
You a fool.
Mayweather, but he's never been beat up.
Hold on, let me.
The other way around. If they.
You go back, son.
It's tough. I don't. This is a class all.
Nah, I want to go back.
And that's going to be at a high level. There were certain spots in, the 3 Golovkin fights with Canelo where, they weren't just standing there. They had moments where they were, but there was a lot of, from Canelo, he's really good from the waist up with his defense, and he's slipping and rolling, and Golovkin's coming forward. And it was high-level stuff in certain spots. I think we'll see that. But I do believe that there are going to be some toe-the-line moments for Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford because they really, really need this fight.
When you look back at the history of super fights like this or high profile fights, I mentioned Hagler-Hearns. I don't think it's going to be that, but is there a fight that you can think of that you watched over the years that you could compare this to? Do you think it's going to play out like?
It's tough. I don't. This is a class all by itself. And I say that because though Terence Crawford can box,
shout out to G-Double, man. Shout out to your wife, man. She knows something, man.
Look
She's
at
smart
Canelo
lady,
Alvarez
G-Double.
as a puncher boxer.
Shout out to you, though.
Not the other way around. If they move, it's either to rest or get in position to do what they really want to do. Start a fight and land a punch that's going to change the course of the night. So I can't just say that Terence is going to outbox him. We know what he's going to do. I don't know. You got to do. Both of these fighters are extremely stubborn, and you cannot be great for any extended period of time and not have that stubbornness about you. Even though Canelo Alvarez has some blemishes on his record, there's a perfectly good reason for each one, the draws and the losses. So he's been outclassed by Mayweather, but he's never been beat up and shut out and stopped. So his confidence and stubbornness is at an all-time high. The same can be said about Terence Crawford, and that's why I feel like
I don't know. Floyd came damn close to shutting him out, though. Damn close. Definitely going to outbox and outclass him, too. Shout out to Hot Spot.
Given the weight disparity, given their mentality, this fight is in a class by itself. And I just think that we're going to have high-level boxing because every punch is going to matter because Terence does not want to lose to Canelo Alvarez and vice versa. But they're going to stand their ground at some point in time. Canelo wants to prove that I am the bigger man. And Crawford doesn't appreciate being called the smaller man, which is why you saw him press up on Canelo at the press conference to send a subtle, not so subtle message that you're not as big as everybody's saying you are. So I think it's going to be a great fight that's going to stand alone.
A couple of years ago, Jamel Charlo moved up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo, got blown out, wasn't competitive. Now, it's not unprecedented for a smaller guy to beat a bigger guy. Sugar Ray moved up a couple of weight classes to beat Hagler. Obviously, Roy jumps up to heavyweight to beat John Ruiz. But more often than not, size does matter. Weight classes, as they say, do exist for a reason. Tell me in your mind why Crawford is the kind of fighter that can buck those odds, that can do the unexpected and jump up 2 weight classes in his first fight and beat someone like Canelo.
A few of the things are the things that we see, the tangibles. Skill set. Like Terence wants to fight before he boxes, but we've seen him box. I think one advantage he has that's not being talked about enough is that Canelo Alvarez has been preparing for 2 different fighters. Terence Crawford has been preparing for one. You don't know if he's going left-handed or right-handed. That starts to weigh.
Canelo Alvarez preparing for 2 fighters. Terence Crawford preparing for 1. He don't know if Crawford going to be southpaw or orthodox, which would probably indicate why he would bring in or want to boost Ennis in his camp to begin with. Shout out to Big Dog Willie, always supports that Jake Paul versus Tank is the Tankamaniac's kryptonite. You know it. You know it. I got 5 on it. I hit the wrong way. It's all good. Shout out to Big Dog Willie. Appreciate that support, homie.
on you throughout camp because you just don't know. Even throughout the course of the fight, he can easily switch. I've had success. Canelo could be having success with Crawford being in the right-handed stance, and all of a sudden now fighting southpaw. So that's a huge advantage for Terence Crawford. But I think what it really boils down to is the stuff you can't see. I think it's extreme competitiveness. And for guys that are competitive, it's like win or die. And that's not just a tagline. You won't actually die, but it's win or feel like it was a death. And I got to replay this and live with this and have this on my mind and on my resume and this stain forever. And for a truly competitive one, you don't want that. So I think that's really going to be the difference maker for him. It's not Bo Mac's going to do his job. Saul's going to do his job. Red, the team's going to do their job. Right. It's in here and it's in here. There's going to be moments where I think he's going to step on the gas, and it's going to be exciting to see Canelo step back and see what happens.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be exciting. Man, if he pushed Canelo back at all, that's crazy. You get me? Man, that's gonna be that's gonna be something to think about, man. What is he gonna be? Southpaw, orthodox? Is it gonna affect Canelo, or is he gonna be well prepared? Is the sparring that him and Boots got, was that enough to prepare him for what Crawford gonna be doing in the fight? Right? You just never know. But at least he did make the attempt to get that preparation, to get that look, because we all know what Boots can do in there. He one of the newer, most dangerous switch hitters out there, but. You let Teddy Atlas say, he said Bud Crawford is the best switch hitter he's ever watched. So that's
I know, Andre, that when you made your move to 175, you did it on your time and you were meticulous with how you got to the point where you were ready to fight a Sergey Kovalev. You were ready at that point physically to take on a challenge like that. Do you think that Bud truly understands kind of what those extra 14 pounds are going to feel like, what an opponent that, hits at a 168 level hits like?
He won't fully know until September 13th. But he's done the best he can, but that he can to do the math and project. And man, I fought bigger guys before. Man, I actually walk around about 185, 188. Man, I sparred a heavyweight last camp. You do the best you can. And I don't think Terence Crawford, I was going to say, I don't think Terence Crawford would have took this fight if he didn't think he could win. But I truly don't believe that Terence believes that anybody can beat him. So you got to show them. And that's the beautiful thing about these fights is we have a date. So we can do this and we should do this. But ultimately, you guys got to figure it out. And I think weight is going to be a factor, but I don't think it's going to be the primary factor in this fight if Canelo wins.
That's a good point, Hotspot.
What do you think the primary factor would be?
See?
I think it's the total package. I think he's going to have to talk about box when it's time to box. And boxing may be right in front of Terence, but not getting hit. I think he's going to have to, land the right shots to get the respect that he needs to get. And really make the necessary adjustments along the way. Got your base game plan, but what about the nuances? Hey, man, he didn't like that. Let me go back there. Oh, man, this isn't working. Let me go away from that and come back to it in 2 rounds. It's all that kind of stuff. It's the same for both fights. Like, what is the game plan? How did you prepare? But then we got to watch all these small adjustments and nuances that you do along the way. That's going to be the difference maker.
As crazy as it sounds,
I definitely got.
If Crawford had been coming off the Spence win and into this fight, I might be more optimistic about his chance.
So you see weight's going to be a problem because it only takes one shot. It could be, G double. Could be. But, and again, Andre Ward is not passing his word as law or facts. He's just saying, he don't think that the weight is going to be the primary factor. He think it's going to be the total package. I like the total package. You get what I'm saying? So getting that ass for a bottom line. Shout out to Bloom Major. I'm feeling that energy, man. I'm feeling it. Come through with it. Double tap the screen. You heard what Melanin Queen said, man. Shout out to GQ. How you feeling? Ward was a technician. Very smart, crafty, versatile. He can mix it up, and whatever he lacked in athleticism, he made up for it in hard work and IQ. Dude just was a class act.
Because I saw the Madrimov fight, and I saw a guy that reduced his power punch output. That was more judicious with his punches.
I told y'all. He was more judicious with his punches. I said economical. I said he got reduced to a one-handed fighter. Madrimov did. That's what Bud did to him. In any other fight, you don't see that. That dude go for it. He be trying to knock your head off. He wasn't doing that. He was held in check with Crawford because he was in there against a different level of opponent where you couldn't afford to be as careless or as reckless or as confident as you be with these other guys.
When you watched the Madrimov fight, did that tell you anything about Crawford at an even higher weight class?
A little bit. I don't put as much into it as I see a lot of people putting into it. This is boxing.
Facts,
so
Facts.
Bernard Hopkins fights 2 life or death fights with Jermaine Taylor, and then all of a sudden he jumps up 2 weight classes and beats Antonio Tarver. How did that happen? So I think Madrimov was, in many respects, I think it was a style thing. Madrimov did not have a lot of fights, but he has a deep amateur pedigree, and he has a style that is going to be difficult for anybody. He's in your face, but he's not. He doesn't stop moving. His timing is great. Plus, you have Terence Crawford moving up in weight. And I didn't think that, I think Terence did what he had to do down the stretch, and I watched for that. Like, man, you need these next 2 rounds, and you saw him bite down and do more than what Madrimov did, which is championship pedigree type stuff. But he didn't look sharp to me, and his body didn't really fill out like I thought it was going to at 154. Don't know what that is. So you have to have the Madrimov fight as a reference, but it's not the end all be all. That was a stylistic thing, I think, the majority of the time, and you have to believe that Terence Crawford is going to be better this time out. And the same can be said about Canelo. If you think that Canelo Alvarez is going to look the way he did in his last fight against this guy, we're sadly mistaken. Canelo is crafty.
You better not, though.
Right? Like, not just XO crafty, but it's similar to a football team playing a preseason game. I'm not pulling out the playbook against you. I don't have to pull out my full playbook against this guy. I know you're ringside. I'm good enough to fight this fight. Yeah, it's close, but I'm going to do enough to win, and I'll see you September 13th, and I'll be a lot different September 13th, and that's what Canelo's going to do.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think people just can't fathom the circumstances of that last fight. Like, fighting at 6 o'clock in the morning local time was crazy. Fighting a guy that I've never seen a fighter be that disengaged. I mean, clearly thought he could win that way doing what he did, but I've never seen that. That just, I don't look at that as
less
being
than likely,
a sign that there has been a precipitous decline in Canelo Alvarez. I think there still is a pretty high level guy that's in there.
For sure.
The last thing for you is, if Terence Crawford can pull it off, if he can beat Canelo, become undisputed at 168, 3-time undisputed champion of the world, where does that elevate him in your mind? What does that stamp him as if he wins this fight?
That's tough, but he's in that all-time great category. I think he's already in the conversation, but it just goes. It's just more secure, his legacy. It's just another stamp. 3-time undisputed is crazy.
3-time undisputed is wild.
I think it puts him in the all-time great. Like, he's clearly great. He's just struggled over the years to find the opponents to prove it against, right? Like, the number of Hall of Famers on his resume isn't all that deep. This would be a surefire first bout Hall of Famer. I mean, it would be unquestionably the biggest win of his career. And it would put him on kind of, I don't know if it's a Mount Rushmore of all-time greats, but it would be, in my opinion, take him 2 to 3 levels up on the all-time great list.
For sure. I got no comeback on that.
I love it. Andre, again, congrats on the gig, man. September 13th, live, exclusively on Netflix. I have called the fight of Canelo in a stadium, that AT&T Stadium fight from a few years ago. It's electric, man. It's going to be awesome, an awesome atmosphere in Las Vegas. Good luck to you, man, and always appreciate your time.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
Man, shout out to them, man. I told y'all this was a really good, interesting conversation. You heard a lot of the things that Ward hit on. Look, it's not about just being right or wrong. Like, that'll be proven eventually when the fight happens, and what some of the things he said maybe don't play out, don't come to fruition, right? But I think as it pertains to this fight, like I said, man, you just don't know. You don't know. It's a lot of some unknowns there, right? Like, he hit on some things. He said, Canelo got to prepare for 2 people, you know what I mean? A southpaw and an orthodox fighter. Whereas, Crawford got to prepare for 1. But that 1 is a dangerous one, right? That's the king of the division. That's the king of the hill. That's the top guy. That's the cash cow up there at 68. I mean, the king of the division. So It's gonna be a tough mountain, a tall task, you know, tall mountain to climb. However you want to look at it, it's gonna be a tough fight, man. But shit, that's something he understood going into this. He accepted the fight knowing it would be difficult. You get what I'm saying? How difficult? I don't know. We'll find out, and we're gonna find out just how prepared he is for this opportunity. For me, I think he's a master at preparation. I've been saying that the entire way, and I think it'll be no different here. I think the difference between him going to 54 and then this move to 68 is the time frame. The time frame that he had to work. You heard what Ward was saying, like he didn't have the same amount of time going up to 54 fight Madrimov as he did going up to 68 and having the time to acclimate as best he can. You get what I'm saying, to that weight class. So I think he had more time, and it looks like he looked a bit in better shape for this particular fight or camp than he did for the last one, which is a really good sign because he's going to need everything he can get for this fight. He's going to have to put in real work. He's going to have to fight a really smart fight, a really game. Like, this going to have to be the best performance of his career. And is he at 37 years old capable of having the best performance of his career? Get what I'm saying? That's what we'll find out. That's what we'll find out. James say accept it because he's getting a payday. Nah, man, you got to stop it. You got to stop reducing guys to just paydays. They all get paydays. They all get paid. He got paid against Spence. He was getting a payday there. Did that stop him from preparing and whooping ass? Nah, you got to stop it. Have you ever seen Terence Crawford get in the ring and just, oh, it's about money? You've never seen that from him. Have you ever seen him not be prepared? Have you ever seen him not stand on business? And they're prize fighters, bro. So saying that he's getting a payday is like the most obvious thing. That's like the low-hanging fruit. How is that? That's a knock on him because he's getting paid to do something like that? He should be getting paid jumping 2 weight classes, fighting the king of the division. Why shouldn't he? You get what I'm saying? So, nah, it ain't just about getting paid. You know what I'm saying? You obviously want to get paid because you're a prize fighter. But at the end of the day, bro, because he felt like he could win, just like Andre Ward said. He felt like he can win. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I believe. No, my bad, y'all. I was writing a text message. Right. So I don't know. Yeah, they deserve the bag. So look, I don't know where we got this notion that this guy is just somehow some guy that's chasing paydays or chasing a payday, but you can't play no boxing. So never mind his legacy and everything that he's built. That's gonna be on the line when he fight this dude. Never mind that. None of that stuff matters. That's not a factor. It don't matter. It's just, oh man, I'm just going in there to get paid. This is a dangerous job that you're going in there to get paid to do. So to me, man, I think it's a slight to Bud Crawford to make it seem like the only thing he's looking to gain out of this situation is money. This is a legacy fight for him. If he win it, think about it. You got people putting him in a conversation with TBE. That's saying something. Better yet, shout out to the Boxing Boys. I had a small little short clip. This is my guy Ryan, with Boxing Talk up north that be over here. He was on that show, and they had a little back and forth about if Bud wins, where he puts Bud at. So you got to think. Last week I showed up to work, told them to keep their money. I just wanted to respect. You get a Cal says no man ever. You get me? Says no man ever. Ain't nobody getting up there doing that shit. You hear me? Bro, dudes want to get paid. Dude, time to get paid. Crawford doesn't need the money. It's about legacy. I already spoke to Bernie. Welcome. My bad, y'all. I didn't mean to put this back up. He made it clear, bro. I spoke to Bernie. He made it clear, bro. That man is a man of substance. He got his money. You see the property that he building for his family. You hear about the real estate investments that he made. I'm not in his pockets. I'm just telling you what's out there. Why do y'all keep trying to make it seem like he's some dude that's pressed for money? Like he ain't never been getting paid. You get what I'm saying? If you really followed the career, you know he been one of the paid fighters in boxing. He's been one of those guys, the higher paid fighters in boxing. Always been winning. The dude got almost half of his fights at the championship level. What we talking about? You think they ain't paying this man? You get me? You think they're not paying? You think this man not getting paid? Hell, he definitely getting paid, bro. So look, man, ain't nobody out here trying to do this shit for free. Nobody's just doing this shit for their health, but you got to understand the risks that come with that. And like, think about it. People already don't want to give him no respect now. Say he go out there and lose this fight. What you think they're going to say? Oh, he never was that good. He putting everything on the line for this bag. So it's not just the bag. That's obvious. They're prize fighters. From the rest of the time I talk boxing, I don't never want to hear nobody make it seem like them getting paid is a bad thing. They need to change the name of their occupation. And maybe it shouldn't be prize fighter. Maybe it should just be entertainment, right? Just call them they're boxers and their job is just to entertain. Nah, they prize fighters. They supposed to fight for the biggest prize available, man. You got to think. It ain't really no price tag that you could put on a life, on health. There's no price tag. So all that reducing it to, oh, he just want to get paid. They all do. They all do. They all do. Think about Canelo. Look, when they told him about Benavidez, what did he say? How much money did he ask for? Astronomical amount. You get what I'm saying? Some shit that I would even look at him like, bro, I get it, but damn. Like, I get it, but damn, bro, I think there's pushing it. And that's exactly what he did. He pushed it. But listen to this little conversation. Shout out to my guy behind the hands because he had sent this to me. Look what Ryan was saying. Look what conversations are coming up if he's to win this fight. Again, just want y'all to know.
Ohio runs boxing, $5. Ali also beat one of the hardest punchers of all time from Ohio, Ernie Shavers.
Ernie Shavers? Yeah, he did. Yep. No, I'm not taking nothing away from Ali, man.
You
like
did
y'all
take
acting
away
like
already. You did
oh my
take
God,
away
see?
already.
Y'all emotional,
you said
bro.
We could take out Ali and put Bud. You said it, not
yeah.
me.
I said it, yeah. I
Bro,
stand
look
on
at
that,
the
man.
names, bro. You can't stand on it. Listen, this is what Jay-Z
stand on
said
it
when he said dig
three
a hole.
times.
You have to learn to let the shovel go. Just let the shovel go.
Nah, 3-time undisputed.
What you
I
gonna
can't
do
let
is
that
pick
go,
another
Ness.
dude. What you can do is pick another dude. Be like, all right, Ali could stay because he's got 5 historical wins.
He's got more than 5, probably.
All right, so how you taking my man Ali out? You crazy?
Because he didn't do no gangster shit like this. He didn't move up weight divisions and beat bigger dudes.
Holy shit. Fighting Smoking Joe ain't gangster. Then fighting the fucking Adonis and Foreman ain't gangster.
Bro, they're
then
the same size as him.
in Norton and the puncher in Shavers and Liston.
They the same size. They the same size, man.
You are terrible, man. I'm
just
done with you.
Just because he ain't no puncher.
Done.
Just because he ain't no puncher. Y'all mad at Ali for being a boxer?
I'm done with this guy.
Nah, bro. Y'all living in the
man. So look, shout out to my guy Ryan, man, Boxing Talk up north. So him and Ness was having a conversation. Look, he said, look, if Crawford beat Nello, he putting him on his top 3 all-time great list because Muhammad Ali never achieved 3-time undisputed. That's what he said, G. And my man said he's standing on it. So, Ryan, man, I support the message. I get you, man. Stand on your sweat. Now, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that because we all know, like, listen, I already know not to play around with Ali. Like, I know better. Like, you can't say nothing. You can't say you think nobody better than him. Like, that's the way I've seen it since I've been talking boxing. Like, when somebody tries to tell you that a fighter is better than Ali, it's always a debate. There's never just, we're not. It's always they always gonna put up resistance. So I know enough to know, man, different eras, he meant something different to the sport. It's hard to just replace that. That's a, you know, he blazed a different kind of trail. You can't just ignore it, replace it with wins, even though with one win, even though this one win would be very great. But see, this is the thing, man. Why do we do this in boxing? Why do we get tricked like this? It be us, bro. And listen to me. We get tricked. And what I mean by, why the hell will we even have to pick between the two? Why? What do you mean? Why do we got to pick between the two? Why would we have to pick between Ali and Terence Crawford? Why do we don't got to take nobody out nowhere. It's totally different eras. They would never fight each other. It's hard to compare a guy that started at lightweight to a damn heavyweight and one of the greatest heavyweights, if not the greatest heavyweight of all time. You let the right people tell it, right? There's no, why do we have this like pick one and you got to get rid of the other one mentality? No, we don't. Nothing Terence Crawford would ever do is going to erase what Muhammad Ali stood for, what he accomplished, what he meant to boxing. No win that nobody in boxing gets is gonna excuse or like diminish or just wipe out what he stood for, what he meant. Like there's no way around that. Different eras. Ali shit is always gonna stand the test of time. He gonna always be looked at as one of the greatest, bro, because that's just what he is. And you know what? Terence Bud Crawford, when it comes to this particular era, is one of the greatest fighters of the era, and it's okay to say it. We don't gotta compare him. We don't gotta stack him up to Floyd. I know they make you think that you gotta do that, but you don't. You don't gotta compare. You can if you want to, but it shouldn't be no. Oh well, yeah, we gotta get rid of Floyd now. Or man, Floyd is Floyd, bro. That shit different. And Crawford is Crawford. And that shit different. Man, just enjoy all of them. His greatness come in many different packages, bro. And that's what we finding out if you don't already know that. Shout out to Sheldon. What's good with LG?
What up, man? What's going on with you?
How you feeling?
Ah, man, shit. I've been on the phone with Ticketmaster for 3 hours, man. Finally got this ticket to pop up in my phone.
Oh, man, you ticket to the fight?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's what's up. That's what's up.
You know how dealing with Ticketmaster is, bro. They want
I done seen people miss fights.
Blood type.
Yeah, I done seen people miss fights, bro. I done seen people miss fights messing with them.
Ticketmaster's crazy, but yeah, man, is the boy hurt or is that just a rumor?
No, that's a rumor. Nah, man, that's irresponsible YouTube. I mean, not YouTube. Twitter rumors, bro.
Okay.
You know, I like to shoot the narratives down. I think
I'm about to say because if he is hurt though, it would be beyond Bud to take the fight anyway. You know.
Yeah, he came up here trying to flex a little bit, didn't he? Eric talking about I was on here with Ticketmaster.
I've been frustrated now because
ticket to the fight.
I got on the phone with him because the ticket got sent to me last week, and I've been trying since last week. Right. I call them, they don't answer. I call them. Finally, somebody answers, and then it took me another 2.5 hours just to figure out what to do. It don't make sense. I told him to do it on the phone. I said, "This app, your whole process is stupid. You got to change this shit. This makes no sense."
Right.
But you're scared to buy a ticket from anybody but Ticketmaster because you might not get it.
For real.
Unless you drive down to Allegiant Stadium and buy it yourself, you know what I mean? Other than that.
Yeah.
Because I bought the ticket through Ticketmaster. They sent me to the Raiders website. I had to go to the Allegiant Stadium, Raider tickets, and I had to do all that.
Yeah, that's a lot. So, man, hey, I don't know when you popped in. I just had this video up there with Andre Ward a minute ago, and he had made some great points. He said Canelo got to prepare for two people. The Southpaw and the Orthodox, whereas, Crawford only got to, prepare for the one.
Well, see, my thing is always
would be the deciding factor, that big of a factor like that. D-Ray, what it do, homie? Fake injury, D-Ray. It's not a real injury. Somebody.
Well, my thing has always been this, bro, when it comes to Crawford. Mm-hmm. His biggest attribute is what? Adjusting mid-fight, right?
Yeah.
So Bud, you can never really train for Bud because you never really know what Bud's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Bud's going to base everything off of what you do.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what he does. You know what I'm saying? And I hear people saying that Canelo been at that weight. Canelo been at that weight. He's been fighting bigger guys and taking shots from bigger guys. I get that. But I still hold to the same premise. Canelo is not the bigger guy. It's not the size. It's not going to be that much of a factor, in my opinion.
Yo, I'm telling you. I don't know why I got this feeling. I just heard it from SOG. Look, he sealed it for me. I already been feeling like this. Now I definitely feel like it. I'm sorry. It's something. I listened to Bomat, looking at Crawford, seeing pictures, talking to Bernie, all this little stuff. And I'm like, oh no, man. He might have. Yo, this gonna be the greatest trick ever. This gonna be the greatest trick in boxing if he pull this shit and like nullify the weight situation, and it just be a great tactical fight. Man, greatest trick ever. Greatest trick ever pulled. I think Crawford is stronger than Canelo. Shout out to Shay Taylor, man. Double tap that screen. Let's get 100 likes in the building, man.
Hey, use your brain. Use your brain. Take away all the commentary you've heard, all the things you've heard over YouTube over the years. Take all that away. Mm-hmm. Who has the reach?
Bud.
Who has the footwork edge? Footwork edge.
I think Bud too. I think Bud there too.
Sure, Bud got the footwork.
Now I will say this. I think IQ may be even or even slightly better to Bud. Because Canelo's really never had to make an adjustment.
Yeah.
Canelo just does what he does.
The jab too. Who got the better lead hand?
So who has most of the physical advantages?
The guy that's older in age but younger in the body. So young that they trying to make up injuries, shoulder injuries and shit. Talking about a close source, talking about a flare up. Somebody came in here and told me I don't know boxing. Crawford's shoulder been giving him issues. So look,
that was so stupid.
When was this ever the case?
What kills me is,
it, bro. When did Crawford report?
Just is the fairest dude you ever gonna meet. You never hear Just running down no fighter, no merit. Who it is? Just was the dude up here trying his best not to run down Tank when he just did the bullshit he did.
I swear I do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get fair shit. Canelo too. They ain't used to people saying that the loser get respect too. You damn right. What's wrong with y'all? When two of the best fighters go in there, you don't shit on them for losing. You can talk some shit and say, man, it was too much for you, but you know, don't no way, shape, or form get the shit on Bud if he lose or Canelo if he lose. Them two of the best fighters in the world. If you gonna lose to anybody,
what did we say when Errol lost? It's like, damn it, they like bum.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They too great for us to shit on them for losing. What are we talking about? Nah, man, the loser, they legacy tarnished. That's what's wrong with boxing. You telling me I could fight from 2008 all the way up to 2025 and still be at the top of the game, and one loss is just going to knock me all the way back to the bottom? That shit don't even remotely make sense.
Okay.
That's why I don't like boxing fans. Like,
we're not even going to go to Sugar Ray. We're not going to go to Sugar Ray, fellas. We're going to go to Thomas Hearns. Did Thomas Hearns lose in 1980 or what? He lost in 1981, right?
Yes.
He got knocked out in the 14th round, didn't he?
Knocked out.
What was his legacy tarnished by getting knocked out by Sugar Ray Leonard and getting knocked out by Marvin Hagler? Did that tarnish his legacy?
Nope. Because they know, man. I think the fans were more legit back then, Shelton. I think like the era, like where you would have been my age, or like you giving them to y'all appreciated this shit different.
Exactly.
Somebody lost, you was like, all right, okay, that was a great fight. You talked about it for years and then wait to the next great fight. Us, nah, man.
Oh, he also got knocked out by Iran Barkley. He got knocked out by James the Heat Kitchen. I mean, come on, man.
Right.
Is his legacy turning?
Right. No, and we got to stop pushing that. I said it not to sound crazy, and I don't want to be misunderstood. You got to normalize losing in this particular era. I'm doing a live stream on it. I'm telling you, you got to normalize it. Y'all going to hear it wrong. Y'all going to be like, oh, so you saying it's cool to lose? But it should be if you fighting against the absolute best. If all you did was prove yourself, ain't shit Crawford did yet that y'all give him respect for. And that's a crying shame. That should be criminal. You should get a ticket for the way y'all disrespect the man's career. So, yes, I can't wait. Stomp on Canelo, and nothing against Canelo because he's still going to get respect. But just for the haters, man, now he injured. He was fat yesterday. He was snack strong the day before that. Y'all don't know which way. That's why I say there's narratives every day. I won't be surprised if we got another one for tomorrow. I'm telling you. Man, I hope he's going there and cook it. Cook his ass, bro. Cook his ass, bro. Do exactly what Bernie said. Chop his ass up like a steak, man. Put his ass on the grill, man. Telling you, beat him. We seen him be outboxed. And I know he got 2 losses, but we know it should be 3 or 4 at least.
Hey, I think Roy
and all that. Beat his ass.
Now, on my pound for pound right now, I'm gonna be honest, because of the inactivity, I got Usyk number 1. Right? Yeah. I think Usyk is the best fighter out there right now.
You know what?
You know who Usyk says is the best? Do you know who Usyk says is the best?
Yes. You know. You know.
So I'll take his word. I'll take Usyk's word over somebody on YouTube. I'm just saying.
Tell Usyk he number 1, he'd be like, nah. But Crawford number 1. You know what I'm saying? They all do that. Him, Beeble, Floyd. You get me? The only one that don't say he number 1 is Inoue. Inoue ain't beat. Inoue like, nah, bro, I'm number 1. Bud ain't over.
No, actually, he did say it before. He actually did say Bud was number 1.
Because the last time I seen, he said no. No, he ain't over.
Yeah, I think he probably changed it recently.
I think he said Bud should be higher.
I mean, he can say that.
But he definitely said
and when you fighting, And when you fighting from 105 to 122, you can say that because nobody really cares about your division anyway.
Yeah, you know, and ain't nobody beating your ass down there. He about to have another fight. Who that
Yeah, it was crazy. He fight the next day too.
And the sad thing is, we can still, if you want to be shitty, you can shit on him and say, yeah, you may be undisputed, but you never fought Chocolatito, motherfucker. You dodged him.
Oh, you think so? You think he dodged him?
Did he fight him? Did he fight him? Did he have opportunity to fight him? He didn't.
See, that's something right there. I wonder, man. I mean, I think they said, honestly, shoot, when he had them 2 fights with
Donaire,
Juan Estrada, he looked at it like, okay, I'm just going to skip this division. I'm not going to wait for these guys to just fight each other 2 more times.
Right.
Now that could be it. He could have been growing out of the division. But if you really want to say you was the man, and the bag is really as big in Japan as they say it is, if the bag is that big, you think Chocolatito would have turned it down?
No, I don't know. He would turn that down. No.
Come on, man. Stop it. Cut it out.
Chris Rock laughing.
Cut it out. You couldn't fuck that dude. Same argument I use for the guys that support the little dude from Baltimore, right? If this little dude is the face of boxing, that means that he fights at 135 pounds. That means that he can make any fight he wants to make at 135 pounds, correct?
Yep.
Why you don't fight Shakur then? Just fight him. Get over it.
I swear, bro. I had because we were talking about that. I had an interesting theory, and it's just my theory on it. Just the way I've seen things play out. Like just looking at who he was like molded by, right? Floyd, and money and being sold like, nah, this is how you do this shit. You don't need these dudes. Like you've heard him almost echo that, right? When he said, man, them dudes could fight each other. Me and Tim and they want to fight him because dude's older or this to that, man. Y'all fight each other. I remember he came out and said this. So you kind of got a guy that is teaching a fighter that you can be great without these other fights. And it's unfortunate.
He can.
We want that talent to line up with that other talent so we can see how great it is. But I think in his mind, I think his fight has always been different. His rules have always been different. He was cool with a lot of these dudes. It never looked like nowhere that he was just planning on fighting them. I just think he found a way to get money without fighting these dudes. He got taught a certain way to, you get what I'm saying? Like you sell more tickets, you knocking shit out. They're not doing this. Think you kind of like hear how he talk, like what is these guys doing in their mind, in his mind? Like, yo, these dudes ain't did shit because you've been taught.
Now 2 things.
It is the shit. Nah, knocking people out. Nah, breaking records and nah, they can't do this. They need to fight you. You don't need to fight them. I think that's what he was told, and I don't care what nobody say. I think he was taught that, and I think a part of him feels that way. Like, bro, I don't need. And partially, he's not wrong. Do we need any? The biggest bag they're talking about him making ain't with.
No, he don't. He don't. He don't.
So it's like it's tough. It's tough. It's like I think it just comes down to what he feel like greatness is to him, and it takes a different individual to understand that. He said it before. I got forced into this shit because I needed the money to change my situation. These other people, they fathers and stuff, put them in the sport. I had to get this money. Like I never told y'all I was gonna be the greatest fighter, this undisputed champion, but I told y'all I was gonna get this money, and I did it. And I think being honest in that way and him not wanting what we would want for him, I can make peace with that and move on. Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Because he ain't.
Here's 2 things.
Everywhere you look,
here's 2 things
about how he better than everybody. He not doing it. He kind of be out of sight, out of mind. So do what you want, man. If you gonna do some shit in boxing your way, do it. Because if they don't have him, don't let allow them to have you 46 years old still fighting these young world champions coming up. Because that can't be ideal. So. If what you are doing is doing it the Tank way, the Gervonta Davis way, just gonna support it because I can't cry over some shit that you don't want, right? I could cry all day, but I ain't about to do it. So just on to the next. It's unfortunate. It's like it's a bunch of what ifs when certain conversations come up, but I ain't tripping. I know that's still a bad man. I know he is. I know it. I know he is.
It's 2 things. It's 2 things. It's 2 things, bro. It's 2 things, bro. First. The first thing is, when he did that interview way back when he said, I never asked for those fights. I never asked for those fights. They bring me a contract. I look at the money. If the money's right, I don't care whose name is on it. I sign it and I fight. You remember that? Once he said that, everything else that came behind that sounded like Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear it. I don't need to hear anything else because you've told me what you're about. So I don't expect anything else from you. That's the difference between, I guess, me and a lot of other fans. I don't expect him to do nothing else but what he's doing because he's already told me that's what he's going to do. So why would I be mad at a guy who's doing exactly what he told me he was going to do?
Yeah, see, this is the problem right here with boxing. He thinks nowhere did anything I said is capping.
What the hell?
I know you might be young because I don't use that word really. I say it every now and again. I let one fly, but I don't really use that because
that's what he said. He said, I don't want those fights. I don't need those guys. I never want belts. I don't care about legacy. I want to get paid. That's what he said.
Check this out, because he said I'm capping for Tank. Nah, Tank only did what a lot of other these guys do too. If we want to be consistent, because that's one thing that I am. A lot of these dudes came out with lists. I talked about it a while back. Shakur Stevenson had a list. Devin Haney put out a hit list. All of these guys do this. They know that that's part of that. That's entertainment. But if you really know boxing, when they be putting all them names up there and it's good fight after good fight after good fight, that's like, you know, wishful thinking. That's how I see that. They just playing into they seeing what they can throw out there to the people that'll get them talking. And maybe that'll help them select the opponent. Maybe it won't. But we all know that politics is too heavily involved in the game for anybody to construct a damn list and really get through.
Who's the last person? Who's the last person that fought killer after killer after killer after killer? Who's the last person that did that? Think.
Don't happen.
Think. Use your brain. Who's the last person that did that?
Fighting words was good with it. Nah, Crawford not hurt. Somebody irresponsibly put that on their platform on Twitter, probably thinking that nobody would see it. But you know, your boy just seen it. I seen the traction that it got. I seen the conversation that started. But nah, he ain't hurt. Big Texas. What's good, Judah? How you feeling, Brody?
Who's the last person that did that, Jeff? The last person you can remember that just fought killer after killer after killer after. I can think of one. The last person I remember doing that was Fernando Vargas.
Oh, Vargas.
That's the last guy I remember doing that.
You get me? That shit is rare, bro. And we got to stop
killer after killer after killer.
Everything that they say, knowing they don't control every aspect of the game. That shit is wishful thinking. When they sitting in an interview by themselves, they're gonna be a fucking fighter. You can't ask no fighter if they're gonna fight somebody.
You know who else didn't?
Supposed to say no. Nah,
my bad. You know who else did? You know who else did it, Just? You know who else did that? Winky Wright did that.
Winky fought some guys.
Winky Wright did that. He fought killer after killer after killer. He did.
They get too crazy.
But that's been how many years ago? How many years ago was that? 30?
Boxing. He ain't had no list though. I don't think he just fought everybody.
No, he didn't need a list. He just fought whoever was out there. But the thing is, what was that? 30 years ago? That was 30 years ago, right? Winky Wright?
Man, that's a long ass time ago. Hell yeah. I don't want to 30, but it's been a minute since Winky. Yeah.
At least 20. At least 20.
Yeah. How about to say I'm 39? So about at least 20. At least. Because I was young.
Long time ago. People don't do that shit no more. Floyd stopped doing that shit once he fought Oscar. Right. Once Floyd fought Oscar, he stopped fighting killer after killer after killer. He didn't fight no more killers after that. He picked and choose.
Right.
But when he was with Pretty Boy Floyd, he fought killer after killer after killer. He just fought everybody.
Yeah. You had it's a different day. And what we asking is shit to take place that would have taken place back in the day. And I said this before, it's a deeper conversation than just trying to look at it one way and say, oh, everybody just trying to get money now. Bro, how long did y'all been fucking fighters over? Seriously. Y'all not about to get me to like go against the fighter because they figured it out now. They smartened up. They realized, oh, yo, we the talent and we can get this money. Yeah, how long y'all had people chasing legacy over their actual money or selling that shit to the fans? So much so that the new fighters have adopted that shit. They be selling that bullshit. And I'm sorry, it's only bullshit because they not doing that. They doing the best for them. That every fighter gonna damn near sell you some legacy talk. That shit is not the reality. They're not going to be able to move as freely as what they're talking in these interviews. I know that. So when I see a guy say a hit list and next minute, you know, it's like, what list? Why I ain't tripping? Because I know he ain't gonna be able to get through that shit. No way. It's not easy like that. Politics is a mind, and they not letting. If you a cash cow and you talking about fighting killer after killer, I guarantee you they do everything in their power to advise you not to do it. It's not even smart to begin with. But if you somebody, and this is the harsh reality, people could chew on this all they want, they could cry about it. You an investment as big as what some of these fighters are. Believe them conversations and let me see what's the most dangerous fighter I could possibly put you in the ring with. Yeah, because we want to prove to everybody how great you are. Yeah, that shit don't come up as much as y'all would like to think. It don't. But you know what do? How we gonna get this money? What fight make the most sense financially that we can put our guy in and keep winning? That's a lot of guys. That's more times than not. That's the situation. Every now and then you get one of them treats, man, and we get treats and we get guys fighting at a early age or early in their careers, or it ain't being overly marinated. Just think about what I'm saying. Think about it and tell me if I'm tripping. Am I missing it? I'm not, bro. They will all sell you legacy if they think that's what you're gonna believe, because they know that's what people want to hear. They want to hear, I want to fight everybody that's dangerous. I want to see how many of these dudes I can knock off. Yo, look, y'all, I got a hit list with 5 or 6 names that I know I ain't gonna get through. My team ain't even moving me in that fucking direction, let alone talking about a list. So I know, considering boxing and it being entertainment, they're going to have to entertain us to a degree. They only fight on the weekends. Think about all the time in between from fight to fight. What are they going to do to keep their names relevant, keep us talking? They're going to throw a hit list out there. They're going to make a shirt, put some names on it. Like, stop overreacting. For me, long as you stand on business when you get in a fucking ring, I can't control who you fight. But you know what? You better stand on business. I don't give a damn. When you fighting, you better show separation. If it's not somebody on your level, show it. When it's somebody that's deemed on your level, you still better show how good you are, how great you are. That's all I want to see. I can't control nothing else. So I don't be over, like tripping or bugging out over these lists. Like they all had them. That shit it sound good. It's entertainment, bro. That should be sounding good, man. Like for instance, Devin Haney. Much respect. You fight Brian Norman Jr., bro, and you just happen to put him on your list. That shit is cute. It looks good. The timing of the situation fell. It came together. So now, when you are Devin Haney's super supporter, that's your number one guy. You like, see, he doing what nobody else want to do. See, he got a list, and he went after one of the names on the list. Cool. I'm not knocking it, and I'm respecting it, but I'm just saying, pay attention to the rest of the list.
They just throw that shit around, bro.
Every fight on the list.
They throw that shit around. They were saying that shit about Devin a year ago. See, Devin doing what nobody else would do. Come on, man. They just do that dumb shit. Now they shitting on Devin. Devin ain't shit. He gonna get knocked out. He's a bum. Blah, blah, blah. Come on, man. These dudes are fickle. Fickle.
Killers are there. Right. It ain't that many. It ain't that many. Porter was the last to fight killer after killer. Porter was special. Shout out to CJ. It's definitely changed over the last few decades. It has, but what we got to do is learn how to appreciate the fighters of yesteryear and this current era. What do you think you're saying about the sport? When you're like, well, in my day, we can't go back then. We can just talk about now, and the way y'all talk about it, y'all make it seem like it's the worst shit ever. Nah, fighters finally learned, bro, and that's what I'm calling it. They got it. They know the money is there, and they're trying their best to secure it because they seen too many people end up with all this legacy and nothing to show for it. So now these fighters of today get it. And I don't even want to give them credit, but man, I ain't mad at Ryan Garcia. I got y'all. Because if I don't get y'all gonna get me. Am I lying? It's either you or me in boxing. You got them rare occasions where people got good teams that's able to keep shit on the up and up. Other than that, be a lot of underhanded shit going on. Come on, man.
Hey, Just, look at Teach. Look at Teach in the chat, Just. Look what Teach just said in the chat. Look at that shit.
You know what I'm saying? The fight day coming soon. Let's see if he stands on business.
Let's see if T.O. fights somebody. Let's see if he fights somebody. Let's just do that. Talk about fight date. Let's see if he fights.
Right. I just think he's going to probably try getting his way somehow with something stupid. I hope I'm wrong. I think that could be a really, really good fight for both of them. You just can't complain about seeing those type of fights. It'd be a risk for Shakur and T.O. It's something that you just don't expect him to do. But I feel like when he overly promoted like that, I feel like it don't happen. Like he wasn't doing this shit with Barboza. And fights that happen, it just don't seem like he do this. Like he don't put this kind of energy into it. But when it's not happening, you know what I'm saying? Because my question is he on the outs with the Saudis? Because the last time I heard, it sounded like they didn't want to do business with this guy. But then I also did hear from a source that they was still negotiating this fight potentially. So you just never know, man.
You talk about Turkey? You talk about Turkey?
Yeah.
Turkey, I mean, he'll say something one day and he'll change his mind. You know, I don't know.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
will.
I don't know. And he got the bag, so yeah. And he got the bag, so he got the right to do that. You know, he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah. He said, "What? I might have a good stream about a fighter fighting, not excuses." Yeah, man. You be out. You don't gotta announce it. That's why I don't know why y'all do that. Yeah, again, man. Why I always use comments like this for teachable moments. That's why I do this, y'all. It's not like I really give a damn about what he talking about, but I try to make an example out of shit like this. This is a guy that's used to people talking super crazy about shit that they can't impact or influence with their words. I'm not looking. Do you know what? I'm not looking at none of these world-class fighters like what y'all want me to look at them like, because they won't do what I want them to do. Think about it. Do you go through life doing what anybody wants you to fucking do? It don't change because they're boxers, bro. I'm talking to every boxing fan out there. I don't care about your money that you're paying. You don't get to decide the fate of these guys' careers. That's what's wrong with all these boxing fans that think like that. Don't fucking watch them. But to sit up here on chat for hours disrespecting the work that these guys put in, and man, you want to hear me diss?
How long have we been coming to this stream, Jess?
Well, that'll be bullshit, my man. Let me tell you this: if we had a Tank Davis from Jersey, from where I'm from, we got Shakur. But we had a Tank, we'd be giving him his undeniable praise. You can't, not a single soul walking or dead or breathing could say that man ain't a success. When are we gonna fucking realize that these fighters really might not care about the shit that you care about? Simple. He don't care. The dude was broke. He came from shit, sleeping, homeless guy. Parents not around, all type drugs. You name it, that was his story. So I think in his mind, he like, bro, I could fight and I can get myself out of this situation. Then you get introduced to Floyd. He show you money. Then you find how to get your own money. Why we mad? He got taught the fucking game. He's only executing what he been taught. I need everybody to get this. Stop whining about who Tank Davis fighting and just don't watch him then. I'm going to watch him. I don't care. He a bad man. How bad? It's going to be a conversation to have because there's certain fighters that he ain't fight. But I'll be damned if I sit up here and shit on that dude. How can I sit from my position, a multi-millionaire, because he ain't going to get punched in the face by a certain guy? Get the hell out of here. Little ass dude, my daughter taller than that man. He done been in there with a 6-foot guy, 6'1", whatever Barrios is. The reason these fights ain't happening don't got shit to do with being scared. It could be pride, ego, business. Maybe they not even in the fucking plans. Maybe that man say, yo, I'm gonna make my money doing exactly how I want to do it, and I don't care who don't like it. And you don't have to watch. That's the crazy part. We don't gotta be mad. I'm not mad. Tank, do what you want. Go punch Jake Paul in his shit. Go get your bag. If you want to ride off into the sunset, so be it. You know why I got that energy? Because there's so much other boxing going on, you idiots. I'm not about to sit up here and shit on them. None of y'all that talk crazy about Tank could beat him. None of y'all. Who y'all think y'all get to call a coward based on him not making the move that you dictate from your computer chair, your mama's basement, wherever else you sitting from? You can't control what these dudes do. So why sit up here and harp over it every day? Yeah, Tank fighting Jake. Man, I can't stand him, man. I don't gotta watch it. I don't. I'm gonna watch it, and I hope he smoked Jake Paul. And I hope he ride off into the sunset and spend his million so y'all can fucking keep crying. Keep crying, bro. It's so much boxing going on in the sport to be mad at what he's doing. I don't care if they call him the face of boxing. There's so many other fighters. I feel like I get Tank. I'm sorry. Newsflash. I ain't one of the dickheads that want to sit up here disrespect him. I'm not no multi-millionaire. I didn't join in boxing and be at the top of the game where everybody demanded me to fight everybody. I ain't never been in that situation. So who am I to look at him and what you want to hear me call him a failure? You want me to tell you how he ain't shit for not doing what you telling him to do? Man, nah, bro. I feel like he got taught the game, he learned the game, and he doing this shit his way. And it's going to leave a lot of people upset. So be it. I think he can live with that. So while we on Tank, since we talking about it, because that's what y'all be mad at. Y'all so used to hearing that toxic ass, weak ass boxing talk. You want to sit here and have me argue about Tank. Look what Tank doing, fighting them big guys. Get ready for Jake, Tank. Get ready. We don't care about it, man. Go fight who you want to fight, bro. That shit ain't my life. I can't control. He got to deal with that shit. He got to deal with the repercussions, the blowout, the fallback, everything people going to complain about. That's him. He got to take the punishment. He got to go through the training camp, not me. So I don't get to determine who he fights. Sorry, I understand that. So I don't got to put, and in this case, this shit is free. You don't got to put your money there. It's a free fight. It's an exhibition. People stop tripping, bro. It's over with. It's over with. You might not see some of them fights. It is what it is, bro. Get over it. Get over it, man. Tank has one hard fight and went in another direction. He's a facade. Look, you can have that opinion, bro. I'm not mad at it, but don't be mad at me for not being toxic towards Tank. I don't have no hatred for these dudes. Y'all been conditioned to think and call that man a fraud and all types of stupid shit. Like, that's ridiculous. How do y'all know he just like, the hell with these people? I'm just doing it for the ones that want to see me fight. How about that? What if he just doing that? Because with 30-0-1 is what he is, 28 knockouts, even before the draw with Lamont Roach. Y'all said he was a 30-year-old prospect that ain't did shit. Why? Tell me again why I should make one fucking move that would satisfy that ridiculous ass crowd that's talking like that. Tell me again why I should make a move that's gonna make you happy at home. So you can steal my fight anyway, because I know you ain't paying for no ticket. What we talking about? Come on, man. I ain't never hear no real genuine Tank supporter have that type of hatred that y'all be having. I know who y'all be with. I don't do that. It's his life, bro. I can critique it. I can say who he fighting and how it look, but I ain't got to go in on it, man. He can do what the hell he want to do, bro. Tank, go drop this big dude and then go beat Jake ass too, bro. I ain't mad, bro. Y'all got me confused, man. This ain't toxic boxing talk over here. Tank can do what he want. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, shout out to Big Dog Willie said, facts, just do Tank and Maniacs have been humble. Just enjoy Tank as is. Don't try to put him in there with the 4 kings. Tank is about his bread. Paul Tank, as he definitely about that bread. And could you blame him? Look how successful he's been doing it. Level with me. I'm trying to give y'all something else to think about rather than the same old rhetoric, bro. He's a fraud. He's a facade. He's not this. He's not fighting Shakur. He didn't fight Tio. He didn't fight Devin. Damn dudes ain't fight each other either. Guess what, y'all? They didn't fight each other neither. Why we only focus on who Tank didn't fight? I don't care about his age. I don't care. Did any of them other dudes fight each other? Tio right now playing with the idea of fighting Shakur. I hope he do it. Are we going to have the same energy for Tio when he don't fight Shakur that we got for Tank? I don't care about divisions, belts, none of that. Are we going to have the same energy for a guy that is basically promoting a fight?
Shit, people already showing it.
Mad at Tio the same way y'all mad at Tank? Please do. That's all I'm saying, bro. Y'all looking for people to like jump on this hate train. I don't hate this young man. I don't care what he do with his career. Because I have options. If I'm not Tank, it's so much other boxing, right? If I want to watch it, then I can watch it. It's an exhibition. Why are we tripping? And truth be told, if all of y'all was in this position to make the money that they're reporting, I don't know how much, but just the money, the numbers that they throwing out there, anywhere from 40 or plus $1 million, you would do it. And if you wouldn't, you would be a fool. Because it ain't no tomorrows in boxing. That opportunity might not never come again. He gonna strike while the iron is hot. I feel like I get it. It's unfortunate that we don't see the fights that you want to see, the Shakurs of the world. I'm with you. But was y'all mad when Loma walked away? Or did y'all jump on the bandwagon and say, well, why did you wait to fight him this long? Like, I ain't trying to hear that. Notice with Tank, I just see it different. Y'all be complaining about shit that don't even be his fault. It don't matter when he decided to fight Loma. Loma was a fucking champion that came off a knockout win, winning every single round and stopping the George Kambosos that never been stopped. I've never heard people come to a world champion's aid the way they did for Loma. Like Tank was picking on some type of senior citizen or something. But then we got Bud Crawford, will be 38 shortly after the fight with Canelo, and nobody's giving him that grace. What are we doing? Hell no, man. Was y'all mad at Loma for walking away? Because he did it. We would have got us a unification that everybody been crying about. Come on, man. I don't know all the business. I can't control the decisions that they make behind the scenes, bro. I can't do it. But I can pay attention to what be going on. And I feel like I got to understand it, bro. Certain fights, we're not going to see them. They're risky. And I don't think they be in each other's plans. It's that simple. When guys intend on fighting, we're going to see those type of fights, bro. When we don't, guys are not fighting each other, bro. But I just want to make this clear, bro. Don't think you're going to come here to hear me shit on boxing. You have Just Do Boxing. That's where everybody gets their credit, their due. I see shit a different way. I go a different way, bro. Put yourself in these dudes' shoes, man. Imagine living your life based on what people that don't know you was telling you to do. It's only in boxing we do this. Boxing, we think we really can control what these guys. Yeah, man, you can't sign over there. Why you mess with Eddie Hearn? You're going to fight the UK fighters. Look, you know what I'm saying? Why didn't you sign to the PBC? You know, why are you fighting this guy? You know, why are you being managed by him? Like, bro, what? Are you really injured? Like all this stuff, like, bro, man, fake injury reports and all types of stuff, bro. I'm just a different guy. Not tripping. Tank beat this big dude ass right here in this burgundy and then go in there and beat Jake Paul ass the same way, bro. I'm not bugging. I ain't got time for all that crying over boxing. We don't do that here. Know what I mean? 1,000 boxing matches going on. We just mad at Tank. Yeah, Tank, I can't with the nerve of you, man. Can't believe you'll go try to make $40 million after sacrificing 20-something years of your life doing this shit. I can't believe the nerve of you, Gervonta Davis, to even think to stop in a pit stop in the middle of your career and go get some money. When your title, when your occupation say prize fighter. Yeah, man, the nerve of you. I can't believe he would just disrespect me like this. He owe me the Lamont Roach rematch. He owe me. That's what people be sitting up saying, typing that shit out behind their channels and pages talking about he owe you. He don't owe you nothing. Newsflash. That's what people don't tell you. I don't care how much you watch boxing and love it and want to see the fight. He don't owe you nothing. He don't know you. He never met you. He don't force you to watch his fights, pay for the tickets. None of that. Can't do that, bro. You just got to support the sport, bro. I get it. If you like, I'm not in support of this fight. But that's cool. But don't expect me to jump on the bandwagon and tear him down. I'm not doing it, bro. You should respect me for having a mind of my own. Like we not doing that. There ain't no toxic Tank Davis talk. Tank, like I've been saying, man, get your money and do what's best for your career. You know what I'm saying? Do what's best for your career. Because at the end of the day, you only doing what every other person is doing with their careers. They're doing what's best for them and theirs. And I don't see it just because you're a public figure or a boxer, don't mean those rules apply differently. Nah, bro, he's doing it his way. Yeah, you could criticize it, but I ain't about to shit on it. It is what it is, bro. Get your money, bro. Big Dog Willie, my dog, man, my guy. Appreciate that support as always. Yeah, man, get his bread, bro. Get his bread. I really do believe what I say. I ain't just saying that. I believe that, you know, he was able to break the mold differently. And when you look at the landscape and you see that most guys are not fighting each other outside of a couple of names, he like, look, they ain't doing this shit neither. And tell me he don't got a point. It ain't like they don't. You can say they trying to do it cool, but they're not physically getting in there with each other neither. But with it, well, they also don't make they don't sell the tickets I sell, right? They don't put on the shows that I put on. I just think that's what he feels. I built this shit a certain way. And these guys are not on my level. They haven't done it the way I've done it. You know what I'm saying? I've been successful in a much different way. You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is, bro. It's just unfortunate in boxing that you can tell that people are used to hearing these guys being torn down on a regular occurrence to try to make your point, to try to make somebody click the video. I'm not doing that shit. Nah, it is what it is, man. Like I said, if you're a person that said he was a 30-year-old prospect, then you shouldn't be surprised that a 30-year-old prospect is doing what he should be doing, right? Making moves that's going to get him paid. That's what y'all do. Y'all said he ain't did shit in boxing anyway, so why did you expect him to do something now? For those that talk like that. 30 fights, he fought all bums, all cherries. This is what people say. He gave everybody rehydration clauses, right? He drained everybody. This is the only reason why he's successful. Never mind you, he probably got in the ring with 1 or 2 guys in his entire career that he had more size than. You get what I'm saying? It's just a lot of rhetoric, man. I get it, bro. We want to see what we want to see, but it's a responsible way to talk about that shit. And you don't gotta be a sucker behind the screen just typing crazy. Cause none of y'all would meet Gervonta Davis and say none of the shit that y'all be typing in the chat. And if that don't tell you something about yourself, then I don't know what to tell you. That should tell you something about yourself. Y'all dudes, man, y'all say shit that you would never say in the presence of a real one. You would just probably be fanned out asking for a picture or something. At the end of the day, man, he got to take that punishment, man. He got to live with everything that comes with every decision he made in boxing. And as long as he could do that, I ain't tripping. Tank made his decision a long time ago. He gonna do that shit his way, and I think that's what he doing. Shout out to Bruce Gas, the OG, man. Y'all make sure y'all double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel, man. Support the build. We gonna keep cooking for a bit. We got some other stuff to talk about, but like I said, this fight got people mad, crying in the car, bro, crying in the damn car for all I care. He working with a big guy. I see Jalen Love working with I see Jalen Love working with Jake Paul. They obviously preparing themselves for a fight that would be, I think, an exhibition. Hopefully it gets pushed over the hump because, it was told that they couldn't put the fight together, whether professional or exhibition in Atlanta anyway, because of, it goes against the rules or whatever. So we'll see. Hopefully, maybe some of the hating ass people are the angry ass birds that get they wish, where they were sitting here hating on the fight and totally against it and didn't want to see it and wanted them to just quit and not take the fight. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Well, let's keep rolling, man. Shout out to my guy, Cal. He has sent me that. So you obviously see Tank Davis is in there with a much bigger guy, probably preparing to box and do his thing. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, if people stop expecting a fighter to put legacy over their money, then we wouldn't be probably having this conversation. In this particular case, the legacy fights, I think, will grant him and bring him good money. But I don't think none of those quote-unquote legacy fights that we want to see him in the most will garner the kind of money that Jake Paul is bringing in, right? And like I said, if he's been about his money, why do you expect him to not be about his money now? You've seen this man have been in jail multiple times where his freedom has been, you get what I'm saying, at risk, right? You seen the I had the post up the other day with him talking about if he make enough cash, he'd get ghost. He'd get ghost for real if he could figure out something with the judge. Like, do that sound like a person that's trying to fight 6, 7 more times or however many left? No, it don't. And you would just never know what the reasons is. So like I said, man, you just never know when that fuse stopped burning the way it used to burn. And more you've been hearing him echo sentiments of a guy that's ready to say the hell with it and do him, right? Sound like he ready to go off into the sunset and spend his money and get away from this shit. Because what do you hear about boxing from a lot of these fighters? This shit is fake. It's a dirty game. It's a lonely game. So you're not going to tell me not to make some money because you can't understand from your situation that you in, even though you're not a multimillionaire, you can't understand why I would try to make this much money in a sport that I dedicated over 20-something years to. What, are you kidding me? Let me find out that I've been doing something for 20 years straight. And there's a bag out there for me that I can get. I'm going to get it. I ain't breaking no rules. I'm not robbing nobody. You get what I'm saying? I'm not breaking the law. You mean to tell me you just going to be mad? Or you going to be mad and I'm going to be paid? You get what I'm saying? You be mad and I'll be paid. It's just what it is, bro. And I want to be clear, and I want to end it with this. Every fight that you would like to see Gervonta Tank Davis in regards to like legacy that would make him quote unquote great in your eyes. Every single fight is the fight that Jusdueboxing will want to see. The reason why my energy is the way it is because I understand I can't control nothing. So why be mad about it? It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. Sit around, be mad at a guy doing exactly what I would be doing if I was in his shoes. Because I'm real enough to say that. You put 40 million or more up on the table for me to have an exhibition and see if I don't get it. Yeah, y'all want, if y'all ain't complaining about this, they complaining about Floyd and Tyson too. Knowing them dudes donated their whole careers. They had whole successful careers in boxing. Now they decided to make some money and we complaining about that too. Come on, man. Come on, man. We don't watch Tyson lose it all. Should you be crazy that he's getting some of that shit back? Man, we complain too much, bro. And if we was all in that same situation to make what they're reporting to be making 8 figures per round, you don't got people that make that for a career. And you telling me I could go fight a guy in an exhibition and make 8 figures per round? And I'm not supposed to do it because somebody that ain't never going to be a part of a deal this lucrative don't think I should take it? Yeah, right. You got me effed up, bro. I'm going to take that money. Taking that money. My coon ass sent you that job. Yeah, I thought all coons hated on Tank. Nah, you ain't no damn coon. You know that, G. That's my guy. He doesn't care for legacy. Hey, G Wood. He might not. You know what I'm saying? I bet I got to be bigger for Jake. It might be G Wood, but I think his legacy, and this might be corny, G. This might be corny to you, but tell me if it makes some sense. His legacy is going to read that he beat poverty. He beat the streets of Baltimore. He cheated. He escaped death. He found a way not to get himself locked up in prison forever, right? He beat drugs, addiction. You get what I'm saying? Think about his legacy going to read how many people's lives he was able to affect with the money that he was able to make in boxing. The kind of statement, you know what I mean, that he'll make coming from Baltimore. That's what his legacy going to read. Legacy is not just being judged by boxing, the people that's in boxing. The legacy is going to read the people that he was able to affect with his situation. His legacy going to read that too. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, maybe when we start talking about fighting the absolute toughest guys in the world, maybe in those conversations, his name will fall short. But in terms of being successful in the sport, making a shit ton of money, retiring with your faculties, putting on for your people, your city, being a bright light for everybody that's coming up in boxing where you from, that's what his legacy gonna read. Get what I'm saying? How many different people was he able to affect with his entry into boxing, right? It's not just all one way. Yeah, we got our criticism, but think about it, bro. And I'm saying this and I'm meaning this. I'm saying this to everybody that's still in here listening. If Gervonta Tank Davis was your brother, your cousin, somebody in your family, any of that, and somebody walked up to you and said, yeah, man, his legacy ain't gonna mean shit, what would you say? You will go off on him. You will probably go off on him, and you should if that's your man. You should. Because there's not the average soul cannot walk up to that man and tell him anything. Straight like that. He's been very successful at doing it his way. There's a certain level of respect I'm going to always have for that. Because I know with doing it your way comes a lot of scrutiny. And I'm not telling you, yeah, it's cool that he ain't never fight none of these guys. I'm not telling you that. But what I'm telling you is I choose not to be mad at him for it. It's simple. He's a stranger to me. I never met this dude before. Why would I be all running around here? Oh, man, fuck Tank Davis, man. He's a bum. Yeah, his legacy ain't shit. He's a fake fighter. He's a facade. Bro, them 30 fights that he actually fought with, 31 counting a draw, those is all real fights, whether you looked at it or not. Each one of those fights he could have lost if he wasn't on top of his game. It wasn't no shit written in stone saying he was supposed to win every single fight. And I'm favored or not, we see favorites lose all the time. So don't give me that shit, man. He put in work. It's just not appreciated by the people because it didn't come in the manner that they felt like it should come. He didn't make the moves when you felt like he should have made them. He didn't fight the guys when you said he should fight them. So yeah, it don't really count. And this is this is where people expose themselves. This is how you know this shit don't be about boxing. It'd be about the narrative that you can push on the fighter to make him look less than. The minute that we heard him and Loma were negotiating for a fight, everybody should have been in arms on board. Like, yes, you fighting him finally. Finally, he done went out there. He beat the hell out of Kambosos, even though he turned down Shakur in a big payday and an opportunity for a title and went and fought Kambosos, which is by y'all terms is a legit duck, but I don't push that here. I'm just throwing that out there. He had an opportunity to fight a unification after beating the hell out of George Kambosos. He had no problem getting in the ring and beating the hell out of a George Kambosos that arguably lost his last 3 or 4 fights. He had no problem getting in there. Did anybody fucking complain in the world and say Loma is picking the easy guy? Nobody said that. They didn't even want to admit that he avoided fighting Shakur. He turned the opportunity down, fought a lesser guy. By definition of YouTube and internet, that's a duck. But I ain't tripping on that. Because look, he had an opportunity to fight Tank after that. And guess what he did? He retired, which I'm not tripping on. But was y'all mad at him when he beat the hell out of George Kambosos and took his title? He didn't even defend it. He got Raymond Moritai being elevated to a full champion. He didn't fight him either. Are y'all mad at him? Hell no, right? But yeah, let's be mad at Tank. Yeah, let's tell Loma how old he is. Like Terence Crawford ain't older than him. Yeah, let's complain about how old Loma is. Like we ain't just see Manny Pacquiao at 46 fight a world champion. Not trying to hear that shit. Not trying to hear it, bro. 46-year-old Manny got in there with Mario Barrios and fought for his title. What we talking about? But 36-year-old Loma coming off one of the best performances of his fucking career can't fight Gervonta Davis because of what? Because y'all know he was going to get sent to the shadow round? Like, come on, man. That's why I know it wasn't about unifications and him being great, because if it was, y'all would have applauded that fight. You wouldn't have complained about it. And what did you hear Teddy Atlas say? He don't measure fighters like, you know, them being old by how you know, their age, right? He do it by fights. He do it by fights. Lomachenko got how many fights, bro? Tank got more fights than him, but he's super old, right? Come on, man, because he's 36. Nobody told him to be pro forever. Nobody told him to get 2 gold medals. But because of it, he looked at as one of the best amateurs in the world. So there ain't no slight or no shame there. But he turned pro at 26, y'all. That's not Tank's fault. 26. You ain't never see Bob Arum going out of his way to make that fight before that. You didn't see it. Yeah, there was opportunity for it, but they didn't seize it. But I don't care about that, because I know when the paperwork went out, when it was time to negotiate, it was one guy that walked away, and there was a bunch of fans justifying and talking about he owed. Like, we didn't just see him stomp a hole in George Kambosos. Man, he whooped Kambosos' ass, bro. Whooped his ass, beat him up, beat his body up, dropped him, body shots. He beat him up. You don't get to claim old after you just had to. You painted a legit Picasso on this man, and we like, yeah, nah, Tank. Look, this is when Tank want to fight him. He want to fight a senior citizen. Man, miss me with that, bro. If he was good enough for Devin to fight, if he was good enough for Kambosos to fight, he good enough for Tank to fight. What are we doing? That's how I know it ain't about fights with y'all. Y'all just want to shit on the man. Y'all think y'all got one. Y'all heard enough people talk negative about him, so everywhere you go, you think that that's the norm. No, that's weak. You get in the ring with Tank, he'll smoke you. He'll knock you out, your daddy, his daddy, your pet, the dogs, the cats, the fish. Like, you get what I'm saying? Knock your whole house out. But you want me to be up here talking about how much of a fraud he is for not doing what a complete stranger said do. Yeah, Tank, fight Shakur. Send him a contract, Tank, because I said so. Because I want to see the fight, Tank. Yeah, fight who I said fight. Yeah, I ain't got to take no punishment. I ain't got to train. I ain't got to go in the training camp. I ain't got to run no miles. But yeah, do what I said do anyway. I'm trying to get y'all to understand something. I want to be clear. I'm not justifying not fighting quality opposition, but I'm trying to get y'all as adult people to understand it's a waste of energy to be mad at something that you're not going to be able to impact with your slander. Your slander is bullshit. It becomes bullshit. It's not about what you've seen. If you've appreciated Tank Davis or what he done thus far, then the conversations would be different. It wouldn't be about, oh, well, he didn't do this and he didn't do that. He's not going to be the first fighter to not do what you wanted him to do. I promise you he won't. He won't be the last neither. At the end of the day, this shit is a business. They all know that. He knows it. He's a cash cow. Imagine how many people fight when he get paid. Do you think the powers that be are trying to put him in fights that he lose? I know it sounds unfortunate, but it's reality. Do you think that their job is to put Gervonta Davis in fights that he can lose? No. Sorry, man. The truth hurt, but that's the reality. And you guess what? He's not the only one who people are looking out for his best interest either, man. So a lot of other these fighters getting moved as well. You think they're going in there and their management is saying, yeah, man, let me see how I could put him in the most dangerous fight possible. Yeah, I got to put him in there with that killer. Knowing that they got a lighter touch out there with really good money and they can continue to build their fighter. Which one you think they're going to choose? Come on, man. We got to be smarter, bro. Got to be smarter. Shit is about securing that bag, bro. They like, oh, well, you know, he's scared to lose. And he said it. Man, he said what a lot of people think. They don't be wanting to lose neither. He just real enough to say it out loud. Yeah, man, nah, I don't want to lose. Because think about it. All he needed was a close fight for Pitbull, and he wasn't shit. And he was a hype job, and he lost the fight, and he got beat by Pitbull. And then, oh, man, he took a knee, went to the corner, got grease out his eye. Y'all lost y'all minds. Yeah, he ain't nothing. I knew he wasn't that good. I knew he was a fraud. Y'all start going crazy on him. It's not that deep, man. It's not that deep, bro. The reason why I take this approach, and I'm going to be done with it after this, and we're going to move on. There's toxicity almost probably 90% of YouTube, if you want to look for it, within the boxing community. Why come to a channel that's called and named Jusdueboxing and expect me to be sitting up, spending my time telling you how bad or much of a fraud Tank Davis is for not doing what people say he should do? Maybe he don't want to chase greatness in that way. Yeah, that's a conversation. Yeah, it's scrutiny and criticism that he'll receive for it. But I'm pretty sure he can live with that. And if he could live with it, why the hell am I going to spend hours of my life going overboard for decisions that I can't impact no matter what kind of conversation I have? You dig what I'm saying? It's more boxing than Tank Davis. If you don't appreciate what he's doing, taking a one-off exhibition and not giving you a unification, if you want to be mad, waste your energy, bro. But I would just suggest that you tune that shit out and you fight. You pay attention to the guys that are quote unquote giving you the real fight. So you know what? You know you got a real fight coming up this weekend. Or you know what I mean? The 13th. This is a real fight coming up. You know what I mean? If you don't like that fight because you feel like it's a handicap match or whatever, okay. Well, you got Brian Norman and Devin Haney. Do you see my point? Do you see why there's no room or for me to even waste time being mad at Tank? Because other people are doing shit and I ain't got to watch the shit he's doing. That's simple. Shout out to Reggie. CJ, my dog. Tay, what's good with it, homie? Appreciate you, man. You know what I mean? Expose the clownery, bro. Marcus, what's good, homie? How you feeling? These people be tripping, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be all mad and shit, announcing they're, well, I'm leaving the stream because he's not dissing Tank Davis like the last 10 YouTubers I listened to. Yeah, the other guy, yeah, he was over there saying how he's a fraud. Now, this guy is justifying him not fighting anybody. Not justifying it. I just got a different understanding for it. Dudes gonna do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's simple. We be wanting shit that fighters don't want. End of story, man. Tank Davis, live your life how you gonna live it and make peace with it. Simple and plain. Let's keep rolling, y'all. Double tap that screen. Subscribe to the channel and support the build. And we're gonna keep getting to it, man. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's just way too much toxicity. And I know it. I fight the good fight, bro. Y'all want to hear people be negative all day? It's not the place, bro. I'm at a much different space. I'm older than most of these guys that we watch. So why would I sit up here as an adult grown-ass man and be talking super down on these guys? That's what's wrong with the boxing community. It's not that deep, bro. It's just sports. All y'all fake-ass Stephen A. Smiths, fake-ass Skip Baylesses, man, won't y'all take your asses to ESPN with all that slander and rhetoric? I don't want to be known for being the next guy to push bullshit from his platform and negativity and tear the sport down. Nah, I want to talk about how this shit is thriving, how it's good shit going on, how people are getting paid, how good fights are being made, how people are taking challenges, right? That's what's going on out here. Get what I'm saying? That's what you should want to build on. Stop focusing on the shit that you don't like and start educating on the people on what you do like, what's going on, what's good with boxing. Start talking about that shit. Get what I'm saying? Way too much boxing going on. You won't hear no Tank Davis slander ever coming from this platform. No boxing slander, period. So if that's what you tuning in for, thinking that one day this topic is going to make me go left, nah, I'm on a mission, bro. And it's to get boxing. It's just do. I ain't going to stop saying that shit until everybody that listens to me understand what I'm on. And then you got to respect it. You got a choice. Either I don't like this dude. He too positive. He ain't negative enough for me or whatever. Make your decision and it's all good. I might not be everybody's cup of tea, but we going to build on this boxing the right way, bro. Shout out to Irk and Jerk. Shout out to you, fam. Reggie was good. So they only want him to fight the fights. They think he'll lose. And I understand that. Shout out to the big homie, Hardcore Boxing News. What's good with it, Jay? How you feeling? You get what I'm saying? I get it, you know, because we fight fans, we junkies, we know fight, you know, boxing junkies. We want to see what we want to see. We like, look, man, we got this money and we trying to see this fight, man. What's up with you fighting this one or that one? And I get it, but I just think the business of boxing move differently. I think they like, man, this dude, every time he fight, he make money. No matter who he fight, he make money. How can we keep the money rolling? I think with that train of thought, I think certain fights are just not going to be made because of the risk factor, unless that the financial gain is worth it. And a lot of times it don't be the case in the minds of the people or the powers that be. So you tend to not see these fights happen, bro. And that's all I be saying, man. Stop thinking everything is about grown men being scared of each other or ducking. It's about business. And yeah, dudes don't want to lose. In fact, sometimes real recognize real, and they know if I take this challenge right now, I might not make the bag that I'm looking to make. Andre Ward said it best. When you start losing, that bag be different. I don't care who you is. And I think a lot of these guys are trying to maximize on their earning potential before making the biggest, challenges or taking on the biggest threats. Do that make sense to y'all? Do that make sense to y'all? Yeah, you have a rare breed that's going to be like, bro, give me all the smoke. I want everybody. And it's the rare few that's going to be able to kind of travel that path, so to speak. But more times than not, with the kind of money that guys are looking to make and is available to be made, if you can build yourself to a certain level, they're going to go that path before trying to take this quote-unquote real risky fight that they could possibly lose, knowing that they got a couple of easier fights lined up that they can make really good money doing. That's the hard reality. Y'all need to start speaking to somebody. Talk to somebody in the business that you trust and see if what I'm saying ain't true. Them dudes are in it to get their client. Think about it. If I work for you and you box, you think my job is to put you in fights that you can get your ass beat in, or put you in fights that you can get challenged, grow, and make money and look good? Which one? Make it make sense. And if you understand that, then maybe you'll have a better understanding of Tank Davis' career. I get it. It's like, damn, he could be doing this. He could be doing that. He could be fighting this one, that one. You know what? And that's all true. But all of those guys could be fighting each other too. And I just want to hold everybody to the same standard. Y'all all got to fight. So I don't care who's the oldest. You get me? Telling you, Jay, they don't get it. 704, my dog, man. Reggie, it's a business, bro. And the business, these guys would never see the kind of money that they've been able to make if they travel or move their careers according to what the fans say. They'll never be a part of these multi-million-dollar paydays and making this money because, once you start losing, we throw fighters away. So what do fighters do as a result? Protect the O. And what do? We complain, but we the main ones that throw them away when they lose. How did we throw Keith Thurman away when he lost to a Hall of Famer in Manny Pacquiao, to a split decision off a layoff? Threw him away, right? Throw him away. Earl Spence lose to one of the best fighters in the world in Terence Crawford, a one-loss fighter. Throw him away. And then y'all surprised when the fighters are protecting their O's? How could you be? You surprised when a fighter don't want to take a certain challenge and you thinking in your mind they don't want to lose? Because we've shown these fighters that we only support them when they're winning. That's what we shown them. Don't tell me we didn't. I see it over and over again. They're willing to say right now, if Bud Crawford lose, then his legacy is tarnished. This is exactly why people don't take challenges like this. Instead of saying he daring to be great, he going up there trying to conquer one of the toughest challenges, the toughest challenge at 68, undefeated at that weight class, right? And Canelo, we like, nah, he just want a payday. Just want a payday. And then you see why fighters don't do what you want them to do? Because we fickle, man. We switch up on them. We don't assess situations correctly. That man definitely want to get paid. He said it. Yeah, I definitely get this money, but bro, I think I can beat him. And I'm gonna show y'all I can. That's what it's about. So again, it's funny because people will come in here and they be mad and pissed off at Tank Davis, right? But you should be applauding Terence Crawford then. I don't get it with you fans. On either way, y'all pissed off. So Tank Davis won't go up to 140 and fight guys up there, the T.O.s and the Gary Antoine Russells and whoever else you want to throw out there at 140, right? And you pissed off and ready to, tell him to retire and let go of the belt and just move away from the sport. But then you got Terence Crawford going from 54 to 68 and you still complaining about the fight. It's not about boxing with a lot of y'all. I'm exposing it. It's not. It's about the narrative. And what can I complain about? If you mad about how Tank Davis moving, you should be applauding Terence Crawford for what he doing there. Should be applauding him because he ain't go up one weight class, going up two more after he just moved up one. Starting from 35. So again, man, it don't be about boxing and what these guys really ain't doing, man. Y'all just like complaining, man. Because when a guy's showing you what it means to be great and chase it, we like, nah, man, he don't want to fight. He just want a payday. Bud just want a payday. Like he broke or something. Like the whole world ain't see the damn property he building for his family. Like the whole world don't know he made good investments with his money. He ain't no broke ass fighter. This is crazy to me. Nasty work, bro. Y'all don't know what to appreciate, man. It starts because of y'all don't really like boxing. I'm telling you. That's why y'all always able to point out what's wrong with it, what's negative about it. Yeah, man, this ain't right. This fighter ain't do this. This guy ain't do that. He ain't signed over here. Why is he in? I heard fans diss Keith Thurman for being injured. Yo, you can't make this shit up, bro. Tear him down. Tell him he need to retire. He ain't injured. Faking an injury. How long you gonna be injured for? The most asinine shit I've ever heard in life come from these fans. So at the end of the day, the fighters that understand it, how fans switch up on them, they're gonna do shit for them, bro. And they should. Earl Spence, Terence Crawford, Keith Thurman, all of these guys are prime examples of why you live for you, the people around you, bro. Tank Davis's. Get what I'm saying? The Shakur Stevensons of the world, knowing that he be trying to fight, and they drag him all day on social media. Get what I'm saying? They recently had to stop because he put belt the ass was a payday, but they still arguing about that. This shit ain't about boxing with these people, bro. They don't like this shit for real. They just like, yeah, what can I complain about today? What is Tank doing? What he doing? I hear people lose their mind because he tweet and delete. He tweet and delete. People losing their mind. I can't believe it. He's tweet deleting. He's like, I'd be like, damn. This shit just don't make me mad. Do what you want to do, bro. I ain't got to pay attention to you. Big love, Just. And back at it, making the bag, man. Appreciate you, CJ, always, man. He said, damn, suppose again, 2 black fighters making 2 opposite decisions and mad no matter what. Almost like Floyd going 12 and Wilder stopping everything moving, but still hated, bro. You hear me, Eric, bro? I'm just being real, bro. People don't really like boxing the way they say. That I be seeing it. I be seeing that shit. I be seeing through it. So again, everybody gonna get their just due. I just have a different angle. You should appreciate, as a listener, you should appreciate a different perspective that's honest and genuine. That's not something that somebody else is repeating. I choose to find the silver lining in boxing so I can get up here and speak in a way that let y'all know that I rock with this shit. You get what I'm saying? I ain't just here trying to get people money, trying to just get subscribers. I'm here trying to really grow the platform and the sport, bring as many eyes as possible while having dope conversations that surround boxing. You say you love this shit, well, talk like it. You get me? And that's just where I'm at. So we gonna keep moving, man. I got some short clips, man, from Gary Russell. Nah, hot spot. They just was lying. They was lying. That was somebody that posted this, that his shoulder was flaring up and it been bothering him from 8 to 10 weeks. Somebody just lied on their platform. I just had to shoot that down real quick because I think that's nasty to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that was kind of weird. But you know, Tank Davis is always a topic. You know, his name is always coming up in fights. He's always going to be a guy that people want to fight because of how he's looked at, how he's respected from the ones that respect him. And, you know, the money that they know that they can get from fighting him, the notoriety they know they can get if they beat him. You know, Gary Russell, he did an interview with the shoe show? The Scopes show. I don't want to butcher his name, but, you know, he interviewed Gary and he spoke about, you know, the potential of fighting a couple of these guys. You know, Inoue, I thought was an interesting name that came up. But let's play this real quick. Yeah, hot spot. Somebody, you know, irresponsibly put that up on Twitter and it started getting posted and shared and stuff. So I decided to come shoot it down. For the people that tap into me, you'll know that man is in tip-top shape, ready to beat some ass. Unless it's something I missed. I never heard anything about a shoulder injury. I think people are making that up completely. You know what I'm saying? That money, help your city, buy more apartments for the poor. I'm telling you, the butcher, they don't get it. His legacy going to read how did he use his money or his wealth maybe to help or affect the people around him. It's not going to just be who did you did or didn't fight. That's a different conversation when you talk about the best fighters in the world. But when you talk about some of the most influential fighters, there's no denying that he's one of them. The man could go on Twitter right now and post. Like somebody could put out a narrative and he could post the cap emoji and don't say nothing else. And it's going to go viral. Seriously, we've seen this shit before. But let's hear what Gary had to say, man. There's always the haters. Yeah, you just got to, people don't know nothing about building the sport up because most of the people, like I said, no disrespect to nobody. Most of the people they listen to are toxic, negative, and they don't really like the sport. I love this shit. I support these guys and I had fun. When I go to fights, I be like a kid, bro. I be in in my little version of heaven. I'm telling you, watching these dudes slug it out or bang it out or fight it out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homie, the Butcher. He said, get your money, Tank. Continue building apartments for the low income in Baltimore and feeding the homeless. I'm telling you, doing book bag giveaways and shit like that. That's the stuff that don't get reported on enough, but they'll report. It's funny, and I'll leave it alone with this. They'll report on Tank Davis' shortcomings, his jail situation, bailing out, his tax situation, car situation, like all of this stuff. But when he got a book bag giveaway or book bag drive or whatever, doing something, giving back, not a damn word from none of these people. That's not a coincidence, y'all. That's not a coincidence, man. We terrible boxing media, the way they cover the sport is bad, bro. We focus on all the negative. I mean, shout out to the Butcher, man. I appreciate you. And that's what Tank Legacy could read for him. How many people did you affect? Appreciate you, bro. Much love, man. But let's hear what Gary had to say.
It's another guy that I do want to fight. But if I was to get that fight, I'll stick around just to fight him.
All right, well, who would that be?
Inoue.
Really? So obviously, he's obviously at 122. I know he's going up to 126.
That was the thing. He's just a little small. But when I thought around that time, I felt like he was going to come to 26. He was one of the guys, in my personal opinion, as far as like in boxing, he's definitely nice. He bringing it. He's even-handed. You know, I think it'll take someone with a similar skill set to me to beat him. You know, he's somebody that I would like to fight.
Could you get down to 126 again?
I wouldn't go. This fight my last fight was at 135, and I weighed in at 131.
Right.
You know, I came in at 131. You know, so I wouldn't mind going to 130. I'll have to come down. I know he'll have to come up a little.
And shout out to Gary. Now, real quick, I'm gonna play that other little short clip. It's really short. Like, perfect example with him. You got people that's mad at Gary Russell for being inactive. When if you know how these fighters know, if this is your career, inactivity is the last thing you want. But you'll have people, Gary talk too much. He just talks shit from the sideline. What the? So we completely missed that this was like the longest reigning champion in featherweight. We just forgot, huh? That they had to pry the belt out of his hands, like pretty much cheat the man. They had to force him to fight with an injury and all this shit. And then he still outboxed Mark Magsayo to this day with one arm. And they still took the belt from him. Nah, man, all Gary did is talk. He fight like once every 2 years, every 3 years. Still, with all that being said, was one of the longest reigning champion. And they had to cheat him to get that belt up out his hands. I definitely got to try to get Gary on the show. Definitely. After seeing that interview, that just motivated me. I got to get Mr. Gary Russell on the show, man. Somebody I rock with. Always appreciated his energy. He seemed like a real one. And he seemed like he misunderstood. People don't get it. It's easy to dislike a guy that you don't understand. I feel like he just not no yes man. I'm just telling you what I get from him. Not a yes man. He don't play nice with any and everybody. You can't get him to sell out and just do anything. I could be all wrong, but that's how I feel. This dude was one of the longest reigning champions. And like I said, he was beating ass. He's putting pressure on guys. Dudes, they want to fight him. He always talked about fighting them guys. And you can't say the reason that these fights didn't happen is because he ducked anybody. So how could you hate him? Always talked about fighting the best. The man just talked about fighting anyway. Get what I'm saying? Like, this should be fun fights. He looked good up there at 35 for his first fight. I liked it. And of course, he's going to always mention Tank. You know, Tank is just like the bonus.
You know, we can meet in the middle. That's something that I wouldn't mind doing.
All right, so you'd say your dream situation to end up your career, hypothetically, in some order, would be Gervonta Tank Davis and then Naoya Inoue?
Yeah, that'd be a nice little... Let me go ahead and put the icing on the cake real quick for everybody.
Like Gary, man. So shout out to to bro, man. Good interview, man. It's on the channel if y'all want to check it out. Dude's fair man, fair-tempered guy, man. Good energy. He interviewed Gary. I definitely got to see if I can get him over here and chop it up with him because I'm intrigued, man. I want to know what made him think about fighting a guy like Inoue. I know the Tank thing. I get that. But damn, Inoue was another one that he just threw out of nowhere. And I like it. I like it. It's a good fight. If it could ever come to fruition, you just never know. You know what I mean? We've seen things happen in box shit. Nobody would have seen Canelo and Crawford fighting, right? It's a lot of different shit. So for me, just never know, man. But shout out to Gary Russell Jr., man. Always liked him as a fighter. I'm gonna continue to support him as a fighter. I think he a real one, and he one of those overlooked, misunderstood kind of guys, I believe. You know what I'm saying? So fights with either Inoue or Tank would be intriguing for me. I think people will always want to be, you know, or want to see him and Gary fight no matter what. Because Gary looked good his last time out too. Technique. So we got Canelo or Bud. I got Bud, bro. I'm rocking with Bud in an uphill battle. I know it's a tough ass fight that he more than likely probably can lose, and Canelo could end up winning this fight on points. But I got Terence Crawford. I think his IQ, his versatility, I think his preparation second to none. I think his competitive nature is something that you just don't see in a lot of fighters. And if you don't believe me, look at what he's doing currently right now. Look what he's doing currently right now at this point. Still challenging himself, taking one of the toughest challenges that he could possibly take. Whereas Canelo, if you're being honest, we know we see him maneuver around a bit and not exactly give guys the fights that he should give them, right? So that's just what it is. Shout out to T Hill, man. It might be T Hill because, you know, I talked to y'all, you know, we experiment with the format, but, you know, I had over 200 people in here earlier. So, you know, I'm able to reach a lot more people this way. So this is why I've been experimenting. You know what I'm saying? Growing the channel. We don't hit the 10K skills, my brother. But in 9, yeah, man, I'm telling you. So this is just one way to kind of reach the people. You know what I'm saying? Because I think this kind of work need to be out. You get me? We 1-1 over here, T Hill. You already know. So everybody need to hear this and get this work. Get this good boxing content, this unbiased, as they don't think it's possible to be unbiased. But I feel like I'm the closest thing to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the closest things to it. And we're going to keep building, y'all. But being the axe of the Canelo fight, let's play with Cool Boys.
None of us would deny that money. They talking like they would. None of them would deny that money. Me being honest, anybody in that position would have taken that fight. Yeah. Especially with the payout. Yeah. It's like, that's a no-brainer. But I understand. I still feel for Lamont. That's my boy. Like, he still want his rematch. But then when you be realistic about the money situation, you're changing your whole family life. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's people hate on it because they're not in that position. I'm not saying Lamont. I'm speaking like other boxers. Be like, oh, he this for that. He's this. It's a side quest. It's a little side quest. Because what happened when Floyd and all these guys went on WWE, but then they get right back to what they're doing? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's another little side quest. I'm all for people just getting their money. So
Cool Boy, they about to hate you.
Make
the
most
you
that
for
you
telling
can
the
out of
truth,
this
Cool Boy.
entertainment world. Because,
yes,
I mean, I don't know. I would have done it.
Man, shout out to Cool Boy. He's saying what he needed to say, man. He's saying what people don't want to say. You know, he's saying what people don't want to say. But we gonna keep rolling, man. So we're gonna keep rolling, man. My guy Skill said Bud via decision or Nello via KO. Yeah, TKO. I think Bud, especially early, man. I want to see how he deal with the power. I think Bud could push him to the decision. I really do. I think Bud could push him to a decision and beat him. I do. I think if he managed the first quarter, the first half of the fight, and try to come on in that second half, man, I think he might have some. Canelo slows down in the back half of the fights. He's still dangerous the whole entire time. He's experienced. He's world-class, elite level, all that good shit. But he's beatable. He's beatable. He could be outboxed. He could be out-hustled. He could be out-thought. We're going to keep talking about this fight because the more y'all make me think about it, the more I keep seeing shit. So he going, yeah, man. Yeah. He can be outworked, out-hustled, out-thought. You get what I'm saying? Outmaneuvered, whatever other out that I forgot, y'all. He can do it, man. Said about the same thing about Smith. That's a fact. Hotspot, they said it. Shout out to my guy Reef, man. T Hill. But let's keep rolling, man. Shout out to the homie YSM. I don't know if y'all had a chance to go check it out on the channel. He did a really short interview with Boots, under 5 minutes. Asked some questions, you know. And I get it. People be expecting them to ask these crazy questions, are overly pry and, you know, well, how did the sparring go? And did you really hurt him? Like, you're not going to ask that. You're not going to ask that kind of stuff. But for those that didn't see it, I'll play it now, man. Shout out to the homie YSM and Boots. We rocking with you. Go beat Lima ass October 11th and go after everybody that they say you ducking. And I can't wait to see his path to 154 take off.
Boots, you return to the ring October 11th against Usman Lima, Philadelphia. Wells Fargo. Oh shit, it's not the Wells Fargo.
Yeah, it's called Xfinity Mobile Arena now.
Xfinity Mobile Arena.
Yeah, I'm the first one to fight here.
Shit, yeah.
I'm just breaking history. You know what I'm saying? Making history, man. Breaking records right now.
First fight at 154 pounds. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm excited. You know, camp going great. Man. I'm just excited. I'm ready to rock and roll. You know, put on another spectacular performance.
Why should everybody come out October 11th?
Everybody should come out October 11th because it's gonna be explosive. You know, my first fight at 154. You don't want to miss. And it's gonna be a big knockout, of course. You know.
What kind of boots can we expect?
You're gonna expect, super smart, sharp, intelligent, breaking them down, having my fun. And like I said, getting a knockout at the end of the night. That's what the fans ought to see. So, that's what I want to do. Put on a show, look good, be phenomenal, and also, get the knockout as well. But if it don't come, it don't come. But we're not looking for no knockouts. We're just gonna have fun.
Okay.
Boots trying to beat some madness come fight night. That's what he's trying to do.
You've never jumped up in weight before, like this is your first time. But speaking of first times, this was your first time going away for training camp.
Yeah.
You went out last week with Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
I mean, it wasn't my first time going away for camp because my pro debut, I did the Olympic Training Center for my pro debut for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of like my second one, but it was a great great experience. I love being out there. It was fun. I had a great time.
All right. Being that this was your second time, right? What do you feel like you gained from it?
Just having fun. Being in there with what do you got? Canelo got 70 fights or something like 67 fights or something like that.
Yeah.
So it was just cool being there. You'd be able to share the ring with him. Having fun. Learning different things. And I was out there fishing. I was doing a bunch of different stuff. It was cool to get away. And I love that I experienced that. Getting away, sparring Canelo, fishing, just having fun. With my brother. And things like that. So it was cool.
Why did you feel like this was the perfect time to do that?
I feel like it was the perfect time because, like you said, I'm moving up in weight, and I want to just, experience something different. I always do camp in Philly, and I just wanted to do something different, and I definitely think I'm gonna take my whole next full camp to, over there.
Right,
and,
hot spot. That's a fact, bro.
I loved it out there. It was great.
As far as like sparring goes, right? Historically, you and your father have talked about that it's tough getting sparring, and did you see this as the perfect time to get a guy of that caliber?
Yeah, why not? Why not? You be able to share the ring with with Canelo, and like I said, being there with a Hall of Famer, legend, and face kind of like the face of boxing. Why not?
Oh wow!
All right, so
is it the same reasons I said he was sparring?
Kill me if I don't. How was the work?
The work was great. The work was great. Like I said, I had a great time. I was having fun. I love being in there with Canelo. It was a great
Boots
thing.
always talking about having fun.
So
that's how you know he cut different. He be having fun doing shit that ain't supposed to be
it kind of broke
fun.
the internet. That might have been like your third time this year. Yeah. Did you expect this kind of attention from a sparring session?
I already knew it was gonna go crazy. Once we posted the pic, I'm like, yo, this is gonna go everywhere.
Swag,
Can
you imagine Boots?
It kind of, I guess you could say it made the fight more interesting. Everybody kind of want to tune in a little bit more to see, what's gonna happen.
Oh, getting that work, old money swag.
What's your thoughts on the backlash, though?
I ain't gonna lie, I really don't care. I ain't gonna lie. I went out there not only to help, not help, but I went out there for myself, basically. To start my first 2 weeks off of camp. Out in where we was at, with the elevation and all that was phenomenal. This was for me. It wasn't for nobody else. I went out there and I got the experience, being in the ring with Canelo. And like I said, we was having fun. I had a great time sparring him, and it was good. Good.
Shout out to my homie Wise him, man. So look, people try to make that something that is not too. Oh man, he's a traitor, he's a sellout, he's a coon, he's this, he's that. Did you just hear? So for people that knew, heard this, that should already known this about Boots. That's been the book and the story out on Boots for quite some time now. Let what man talk, the man. What man talk. But Tim Layton was good with it. What's good with it, bro? But like you heard him say, like this has been an issue for years with him getting good sparring. Can't get good sparring. Didn't I say one of the reasons why wouldn't you spar a first ballot Hall of Famer, somebody that's looked at as one of the faces of the sport? It's the same shit Boots is saying. He did that shit for him, the elevation. He did that shit to get better. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think it's so much that I think he'll be able to take more away from that than possibly Canelo. Being that he's just young and he soaked it up. Like you heard of the different things he spoke on, not just sharing a ring with Canelo, but the elevation as well. So that's why I say being a younger guy with more to learn, obviously at a different point than Canelo, he probably learned a lot there. You know what I mean? He probably really learned a lot there. So that was good, man. Said dude, just starstruck. Who you talking about? YSM? Nah, YSM nah, that's his guy. Know what I mean? He just you know, I think it's tough in his position trying to be as straight down the middle as possible, because no matter what he do, somebody gonna complain because he from there. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird. Like people, oh, this is a pointless interview. Oh, this is not breaking news. Oh, this is not that. It's just always complaining, bro. Like he tried to ask him the questions. He can't overly pry and ask him like they want him to grill him. Well, who did you really make him quit in 3 rounds? Like they want like ignorance, and Boots is not gonna give you all that. So I think YSM got a dope ass platform. I think he dope and he a real one, man. I think no narratives. He just want to push boxing forward, and you know, he just happened to be from Philly with one of the coldest fighters in the game in Boots Ennis. You know what I'm saying? But he's a good dude. Boots did that to get to fill the higher weight class, fight competition, that too, and having trouble with sparring Irvin. He always had that issue. This man campaigned with Trump, lifetime opportunity to get caught. Oh, I'm telling you, hey, bro. Eric R, the way they making it seem, bro, you would have think Boots really did something wrong out here. But you heard what he said. I told y'all Boots don't care about nobody criticism. Like what? Your criticism don't spend checks, bro. That shit don't move him in his household. Like he care about somebody complaining about him doing something that everybody should deem great for his career. Said Floyd beat the out of Canelo. I don't see why Bud can't and won't. Yeah, I know, because they'll tell you how spot Bud ain't Floyd. That's what they'll say. Well, Bud ain't Floyd. He ain't got the defense. He ain't got the IQ. He's just not as good. But I get what you're saying, bro. I feel like he cut from that cloth. He might not be Floyd, but he Terence Bud Crawford. And to me, that's more than enough. He cut from that cloth. I think he can do it. I think he will do it. And I hope he do it. Got to throw that in there because Nello going to be hard as hell to beat. But lastly, y'all, before we get out of here, I got this last video I'm going to play. Fernando Vargas Jr., he sparred with, I think he sparred Bud Crawford or something. He gave his thoughts on this. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to play this real quick and see what he had to say. Fernando, he got a fight coming up with
here with undefeated super welterweight contender Fernando Vargas Jr. getting ready for his fight against Callum Walsh in the co-main to Canelo Alvarez against Terence Crawford. Junior, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, feeling relaxed. Actually, just got done sparring. Did everything necessary in training camp. I know my coaches, my pops been pushing me. And we're here at this big stage. It's an honor. It's a privilege to be fighting on Mexican Independence Weekend. And we're looking to steal the show.
Right.
Walk me through the moment, man, when you got the call and said, hey, we want you to fight Callum Walsh, but we want it to be the co-main to the biggest fight that's arguably happening in the last 10 years.
When it hit me, bro, I couldn't really believe it. I know my manager was talking back and forth with Tom.
Fuel said, are you reading cards? I'm Aquarius. Nah, we talking boxing over here, champ, but shout out to you. And shout out to the
Loeffler. But at the end of the day, for it to be here and signed was a whole different story. So shout out to my manager, Charles Liu, the best in the game.
Nah, that's how they talk, though, Aunt McQueen. That's how they talk, though, bro.
And I just have an unbelievable team. Once this fight got presented to me and it's like, hey, in contract, I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, they could have chose anybody. They could have chose world champions, former world champions. But God chose to choose me. And I've been training so hard, and I want to demonstrate that September 13th.
I mean, it's a big thing, right?
You got an opportunity on the undercard of Canelo and Bud.
You're a Vegas local right now, right? And how describe that feeling that it's like.
Walsh. I think that's a 50-50 fight that he could lose.
It's not even MGM, it's not T-Mobile, but it's the Allegiant Stadium where the Raiders play.
No, definitely, it's huge. The moment, I probably won't feel it until I'm there, fight week, or the day of the fight. But I can only take it one day at a time, one training at a time. I just got to trust my team. I know my dad has been at the highest level of this sport. So And me being a little kid, I've always been around this energy, the oohs, the ahs, the fight fans wanting to see people win, wanting to see people lose. So I feel I'm built for this moment. This moment is for me, and I just can't wait. It's something that I hold with honor and pride, and I know that every time my dad fought, it was representing Mexican and Americans, but I want to bring back that throwback style. Anybody who supports me, of course I hold my banner up high being Mexican American, and I'm proud, but anybody who just wants to see fights, I'm tired of people.
Look, I'm going to say this respectfully, bro. I'm going to say this respectfully because I'm a man before anything. Whatever you are or whoever you are, bro, just go tap into somebody that you think is not biased, bro. I really don't care what you think. I just don't. You get me? The ones that's here, they know what it is with me. You calling me biased, let me know that you really don't know shit about me. You just don't hear what you want. So you think that's bias. So let me do this. Let me do you a favor too. Let me give you a little quick history lesson real quick before I pack you up. Give me the definition of bias. Give me the definition of bias. If you could do that, I won't even say nothing to you. I'll let you say what you want to say. If you can't do that, I'm packing you
hiding
up.
Behind promoters and hiding behind their padded record,
ignorance,
whatever the case may be. You got 2 undefeated fighters.
That don't make me biased.
Putting it all on the line, co-main event, and that's what boxing's missing, and this is what boxing needs.
Going back to when you spoke about your father, I mean, like you said, your dad's fought on the biggest and highest of stages. What advice is he giving you to kind of not, get too caught up in the moment come Saturday night? He
just says, son, you're built for this. I've asked him, I'm like, Dad, for the De La Hoya fight, for the Trinidad fight, like everyone's there for you. Did you take a moment to look at everyone? He said, no, son. Like I had blinders on me. I was focused on what I had to do.
Why would you come
I couldn't
here
even if I wanted
to hate on
so look, this fight is worth everything to me. I know everything that I've done in the amateurs, everything that I've done in the pros. It's literally everything boiled down to September 13th, and I'm taking it as that. I want to be able to put my stamp in the boxing world. I know a lot of juniors have a bad rap, and we're like this or we're like that, but
like real quick, people will look at their situation and they won't even take a second to acknowledge the fact that he's a junior. Granted how good his father was. His father was a dog. But they'll just tell you how he not that good and how Emiliano is the one that's good. I don't like boxing fans. They toxic and they trash, bro. I respect anybody that's a man enough to get in there and fight. And definitely when you had a father that was beating ass at a high level and you a junior and you deciding to do it, you got a lot of pressure on you. That's real. Shout out to Fernando Vargas, man. Let's see how good he is, man. He got a real fight on his hands on the 13th. And he got a big opportunity on the Canelo Bud undercard. Let's see what he do.
No, I don't want to be like the status quo junior. I want to be able to prove that I could compete with the highest level and be taken serious in the sport of boxing.
Speaking of being a junior, how have you been able to kind of just block out that type of noise where people are just, they say this about you, that's Fernando's son, yada yada, he's a junior. How do you block all that negativity out?
They've been like this since I was a kid. Whether I was boxing or not, it's always because of my dad. It's always because my brothers I can't worry about what the next person has to say about me. If they like my trunks,
Hey, Shawa, I'm with you. I'm with you, Queen. I don't think so either. I think the most talented one is Emiliano. But I won't then look at the brothers and say they trash. But I think Emiliano is the star shining the brightest out of the three. I think a lot of people feel that way too. Shit. I think the way they're being moved, you can see that boxing feels that way and the powers that be. But I still try to highlight how difficult of a path it is for him to travel, being the oldest and the junior, right? So they all got talent. They come from a father that fought his ass off. So they all got talent. But just them all competing amongst the same time is a win for the family. You get what I'm saying? It's so much deeper than the win or the loss, man. Everybody not going to be a world champion. Everybody not going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. But if you can get in there and try to compete at the highest level each and every time, man, I can't be mad. Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you. Oh, I'm with you. Shout out to T. Hill. He said Emiliano definitely the star. The Warriors, all of them, especially junior. Facts. I'm with you. I'm with you, Shower. I'm with you 1,000,000%.
They like my hairstyle. Fans are gonna have their own opinion.
Man. Give
Only
these
thing I
dudes
can do is prepare myself
That's
the
what
best.
That weirdo a minute ago wanted to hear me do. You want to hear me shit on people. They don't hear enough toxicity and negativity. Like, yeah, gotta be biased to dumbasses. I ain't the next one of y'all that say bias, man. I'm cooking this shit out you, man. I'm gonna make you explain it. You can, I'm gonna cook your ass for
and give the fight fans a great fight.
It's a lot of pressure,
and that's what
that's
what I'm looking to do September 13th.
And getting to your fight, man, you're fighting Callum Walsh, who's also undefeated. He's young. He's propped up to be the next thing for like TKO and Dana White. He got a bad cut.
Dudes don't know what the hell. I ain't seen one person use the word bias yet. Not one time. Bias doesn't mean when I don't agree with you is bias. Nah, that's not what it means. I had the definition up here. That's how bad it was here because y'all keep misusing.
Last fight, man, and I saw you doing an interview recently about how you felt like he kind of got worried and got shot. Do you feel like you have sort of a mental edge on him going into this fight?
Absolutely, I do. I feel he knows the fight right before this one was a fresh cut, real big, and I just saw him retreating. Whether it was looking at his manager, whether it was looking for.
Yeah, Eric, man. They talked about it. They suggested that too. I think it was him. It might have been him or what's the other one? Amato. It might have been Amato Vargas, I think was the one.
A way out. There was things in there where, my team were going to make it uncomfortable for him as possible. And I know we got a great game plan. And look, Dana White has a whole bunch of money behind him. And, Turkey is believing in him.
Right, I'm telling you, I'm so serious. I cannot wait to the day that I hear somebody use the word bias correctly. Outside of when they disagree, that's the only time you bias. Or if you're not being negative enough, then you got to be biased. Yeah, he ain't shitting on Tank. What is he talking about? God, he's justifying it.
But I'm here to disrupt those plans. I'm not here waiting for a payday and then I go off into the sunset and that's all she wrote. I'm here to make my legacy.
The nerve of a channel to call itself Jusdueboxing that actually gives somebody just due. You fraud, remember? I'm a fraud, a hater, and a loser. Remember
and like I said, September 13th, I'm gonna turn doubters into believers. And Dana White made a huge mistake by putting me in front of Callum Walsh, and I'm gonna show that.
Without giving too much away, man, what do you see in Callum's game that, what weaknesses do you see that you feel like you can exploit?
I feel everybody's respected him. Everybody's just gone in there, had their hands behind their back. Okay, I'm fighting Callum. They're in there for a payday. They're B-side. But no one's ever came to him, talking about his character, talking about that I see right through him. And, yes, I respect the opportunity. I thank God for Dana giving me the opportunity. I thank Turkey for his excellency for giving me the opportunity, but I'm not just gonna come in there and lay down. I'm in here in the fight game, and this is what boxing's all about. The casinos can have me down, they can have him favored, but at the end of the day, it's a fight, and I'm gonna show what I'm about. So
shout out to everybody, man, with the real comments that really rock with the channel, that's here no matter what we talking about, what day, how long, y'all here. Y'all not. Y'all don't go unnoticed, and I appreciate all y'all. We're going to keep kicking this unbiased content. They can keep calling me biased because their vocabulary is limited and they don't know how to use the word properly. So they're going to just be saying that shit till they blue in the face. We're going to keep on building on them. So, while we wrapping up, double tap that screen if you did, sub if you know, support if you can. And we got
all this, Callum this, and the promotion behind him, at the end of the day, it's a fight. And I believe in my God-given ability. I believe in my team, and God don't make mistakes.
And I think it works in your favor too, because like you said, you grew up in the sport. You grew up going to all the fights with your dad, so you've seen it's not new to you, And also, you also have your hometown behind you, right? He's coming. He's used to fighting in what, New York, right? Or he's got the Irish that come along. I don't know if there's gonna be a lot of them out here. I feel like it's gonna be obviously a very dominant Mexican crowd.
No, definitely. Whether it's a Mexican crowd or we're fighting in LA in his backyard, it's still me versus him, And I know the Irish fans are gonna come out and they're gonna support. They believe in their countrymen, and I know my Mexicans are going to be out here too. So it's going to be great energy. I just know that he's coming prepared. I've seen in different interviews that he said that he's fought people from all over the world, and I'm not his biggest fight. He knows I'm his biggest fight. He knows that. He knows. He says that I'm going to be intimidated seeing Freddie Roach across the ring. He's going to see Fernando Vargas. He's going to see Amado Vargas. He's going to see Emiliano. He's going to see all of us. He's going to see the dynamic, how we capture the crowd, and it's a fight. So he wants to talk about mental warfare. I'm ready. I'm ready, and I just feel I'm a better fighter than him. We both have power. We both could hit hard, but like my dad says, someone in there has to be smarter, and I feel I'm the smarter fighter.
Speaking on your brothers, man, talk about that support that you have. You guys are such a tight-knit family. It's awesome to see, by the way.
Very articulate brothers, all of them, yo. I'm telling you that and that's the shit that I appreciate about them. Before I even get to how well they could fight, they can speak well. All three of them. Well-spoken, articulate young men, all of them. Yo. My appreciation for this sport run a lot deeper than most people. That's why I'm able to highlight little shit like that. I'm glad you brought that up.
What is that support like, having your brothers who also go to war themselves and have them in your corner, and obviously your dad being the former world champion he is?
No, it's tremendous, bro. I mean, to have brothers that understand weight cut, and maybe when I'm a little bit moody or when I have to push through and I'm cutting weight and it seems like I can't, they know. So when my team is asking for that extra push, I gotta give it. And, you know, having brothers right there that are competitive and feel that same energy and have felt that same energy before, it definitely helps a lot. So it's definitely a blessing to be winning with your family, and there's no greater feeling. I love when we're all behind Emiliano for his Madison Square Garden, you know what I'm saying, fastest knockout in history. Amado when he beat Sean Garcia. So we're just gonna continue to write history. It's far-fetched, right? For a world champion father to have 3 world champion sons, but we're shooting for the stars.
It is.
Yeah, man, it's highly possible. You guys are on a great path right now. Again, this is on the biggest fight in probably the last 10 years. I want to get your thoughts on the main event, man. Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford. I know we were talking earlier a little bit, and you're picking Canelo. Talk to me about it.
I just see Canelo, it's his resume. You know, he's going into this fight. He's fought, I mean,
resumes don't win fights, but continue.
Cotto, he's fought Mayweather, he's fought all these different fighters, Trout, former world champions that give him that mental edge. Whether people say that he's on his decline or not, this is what I think makes it a more competitive fight. You got Bud, where it's always respect whenever we see the champ Bud. It's all love and respect. But I just feel his skills, he can fight in any generation in his respective weight class, I feel. Terence Crawford, I've had the opportunity to spar with him. Very crafty in there. I did.
How did that go?
It went good. Yeah. It went real good. I went in there. I believe he was getting ready for Earl Spence, and I went over there to the Apex and we sparred. And he's really he's strong. I was walking around like buck 75, 80, and I thought I was gonna be able to just move him around. He's one of those skinny, strong guys. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So he knows how to definitely use his strength. But we're gonna see. I think he'll have early success with Canelo early, maybe snapping his head back. You see Canelo picking up fighters when he gets frustrated, but I think Canelo will end up putting his punches together, and I think that power would just be too much. I don't think Terence Crawford could withstand Canelo's best shot, but that's what makes it, you know, a good fight and a fight that fight fans definitely want to see.
And we're going to find out on September 13th.
Yeah, we will.
Well, man, I appreciate the time. Best of luck to you on September 13th, and we're looking forward to it, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Shout out to Fernando Vargas Jr., man. He gave an honest assessment. You see, he still gave Bud his credit. That's why I respect it. He definitely going for his countryman. No surprise there, but he did back it up with something that you can understand about the resumes. You know, a lot of people say that Canelo being strong, the power. A lot of people say that about him. So, you know, I understand it. Shout out to Vargas brothers, man, the Vargas family, man. Very articulate individuals, man. And I just root for these guys. Like, you know, you just want to see them in good fights. You want to see how far they could take it. Their father was a really damn good fighter, and it looked like that youngest one, man, really gonna be something special. It got the feel when he fight, bro. That bro be in there beating ass, man. Emiliano is a monster. He is, bro. But I like them all. I respect them all, and I want to get a chance to make sure I see all of them fight. The only one I haven't seen fight live is Fernando, and I want to make sure I see him when he fight Callum Walsh, because that's a good one. Shout out to my baby girl, the Queen, Miss Jusdu. I appreciate your baby girl. She said, thank y'all all for coming to support my boo. Yes, sir. I'll take his take. Yeah, I think it was fair, Aunt McQueen. I think it was fair, and I get it. Appreciate y'all, man. That ain't the only thing we did. You did really good. We had a really good live, man. It was fun build, y'all. Another dope build. But lastly, I'll say this. One fight that's not probably getting enough praise, maybe, and I'll probably talk about it some more tomorrow, is is the fight with Lester Martinez and Christian Mbilli. I think that could possibly steal the show. They could try to steal the show. I think that's going to be a dog fight. I think somebody get hurt in that fight. That's going to be a war. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a complete war. You know what I mean? That's going to be a complete war. I just don't. It's going to be like two trains on the same track. Them dudes want to hurt each other. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lewis 45. Hundo, my dog, what's good, homie? How you feeling? Think I had this fight a draw? Hey, man, I wouldn't be surprised because a draw mean what, Lewis? You know what I mean? They're going to do it again, G. You get me? You know it. You know they like that money. So anything is possible, bro. I'm not ruling out nothing. That's why I like talking about this every day as we get closer. And that's something I like. I started this before, but I fell off it for a while. But whenever we get a really big fight and they get close the week of, I want to try to make sure I speak about the fight every day throughout the week. You know, of course, different conversations like we've been doing with Bud. So I choose, and Canelo. So I appreciate all y'all rocking out and listening to me build, man. We did over 30 hours last week, bro. And we starting this week off with 3.5. So that's good. They said that X and Mbilli Martinez. Yeah, see, Reef, that's real. They possibly could be fight of the night. They could steal the show because it's two trains on the same track. Them dudes gonna want to hurt. They don't know nothing but pain. So I'm glad that Lester Martinez's health is back together. That's somebody that Bud been sparring with too. He said Bud is strong, sharp, looking dangerous. He said Bud gonna put hands on Canelo. He gonna shock the world. That's what he said. So I'm enjoying all of this, man. I'm enjoying it. Christian Mbilli is one of those ones that he get in there and just go. Right, he don't got no chill. He put everything into his punches, and he try to see to it that you don't exist in there, bro. He be trying to beat your ass for real. You dig me, y'all? So yeah, man, another dope build, man. Go tap the screen, subscribe to the channel, hit that. Make sure y'all hitting the like button on the way out. We just built again, man. No injury for Bud. Andre Ward breakdown had one of the best breakdowns. He said Bud, it's got to prepare for one guy while Canelo got to prepare for two, the southpaw and the orthodox version of Bud. It's going to be interesting to see how the fight play out. Versatility of Crawford will be on display, I believe, in this fight. He had a set amount of time to really prepare with his weight on him. Hopefully he feels great. And peak condition when he get in the ring and he executes. You know what I mean? I just want to see it win. I want to see him go out there and do, what he's been doing, proving people wrong, shocking the world, and standing on business. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see from Bud Crawford. And if we're able to see that, then we gonna witness greatness, bro. We're gonna witness one of the greatest fighters of this era. You know what I'm saying? And I think everything that he's worked for and all the pain that he's put in will be solidified with that one moment where he get his hand raised over Canelo Alvarez. I think that should be like, I don't know, man. That'd be one of the fights of the year to win. That'd be one of the biggest fights in quite some time because it's so many people that feel like he can't do it. And I know if you Terence Bud Crawford, you're hell bent on trying to convince the world that they're wrong about what they're saying about you in terms of you can't do it. And like I said, he got a chip on his shoulder, man. This man don't know how to lose. So Canelo gonna have to show him. You know what I'm saying? Canelo's gonna have to show him.
When I walked you down, when you supposed to be the bigger man, the last fighters that you fought, they ain't on my level. So when I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stuff a mud hole in your ass, is you gonna be a nobody? You're gonna be just like everybody else. Watch.
What's your name?
Green.
I got 100 on my dash, got 200 in my trunk. Name in the grab bags for my punk. Like a rocker on the top of my binocular.
He's got nothing to lose. The player ain't got nothing to lose. He's dangerous. I'm dangerous.
How can I make him popular? What? See, I'm living with anxiety, ducking the sobriety. Fucking with the system, I ain't fucking with.
Man, I get you in the mood to see the fight, man. So, like I said, bro, can't wait. He said, when I stop a mohole in your ass, you get me?
Where I come from, legacy isn't just a word, it's a responsibility.
And with one of the biggest fights of my career ahead, I'm building more than a record. I'm building a future. That's why I'm proud to have Experian in my corner. Let Experian help build your legacy.
Man, appreciate you, Hot Spot. Much love, man. And with that, man, this is my time for the day, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the live, man. Another dope build, another successful live. We're just going to keep growing and building with like-minded people. We're going to grow this platform. Like I said, we're going to hit every goal that we're trying to hit, y'all. So with that, make sure y'all enjoy the rest of this Monday. And we're going to be right back at it tomorrow to build on this sport of boxing that we love. So with that, man, peace out. Much love to the fam. See y'all tomorrow.
Representing Brick City,
Finding those levels, too. Look at that four-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with a straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Just Due.